Are you ready for a vacation that will make all your poker buddies jealous? Set sail with Texas Card House for 7 days of sun, fun, and poker on March 26th to April 2nd, 2023. Sailing out of Galveston, Texas, the Royal Caribbean Allure of the Seas is one of the most awarded ships in the world. As you sail for 7 days with Texas Card House with stops in Roatan, Costa Maya, and Cozumel. Sun, fun, and oh yeah, non-stop poker. Texas Card House is bringing their world-class staff on board for 7 days of cash games, tournaments, and no matter your skill level, we've got games for you. Texas Card House Poker Cruise, Royal Caribbean, Allure of the Seas. Cabins are going fast. Don't get left in port and miss the vacation of a lifetime. For full details, visit TexasCardHouse.com.
My name is Eugene. I'm the tournament director at Texas Card House Dallas. I have some exciting news for our tournament players in 2023. We will be starting a tournament rewards program that is offering a $15,000 free roll quarterly, and there's 2 ways to qualify. 1, you can be top 20 on our money leaderboard. 2, you can be top 25 on our loyalty rewards leaderboard. Follow along at TexasCardDallas.com for more details.
This is now welcome to TCH in Austin, Texas. I'm Willie Motti, aka the New York Nid, and I've got a first timer in the booth with me.
Hey everyone, it's Anthony Martino here, aka Poker Jesus on the YouTubes. This is my first time commentating. Pretty excited to be here.
Great to have you here. That was a heck of a show you guys put on a couple weeks ago on the PLO streets. I'm looking forward to jumping in there one of these days.
Yeah, Patty got me pretty good, but I'm looking for revenge February 2nd when we do it again.
Hey, you know what? You haven't really been a stream player until you've made a terrible fault on stream. I'm guilty of it many times myself. And some terrible calls.
It was a good fold, I think, still. But
yeah,
I guess we'll see.
The results oriented.
Yes, results for sure.
Speaking of PLO, let's start with some PLO. $25 PLO, Bob Pot, double board. We'll be playing 5-10 holds otherwise. AJ getting these cards dealt out. One person, player must play exactly 2 at showdown. Each board getting half a pot.
All right, we're good. We're good.
New to this game, and here come the flops. Looks like Preston's got top 2 and top 3.
7 of spades.
Or top and bottom and top 3.
Yep.
Okay.
And now the graphics correct themselves.
It's gonna have to. Oh, there we go. Okay, all right.
Just kidding. Just kidding, apparently. So, get these boards rescanned.
Everybody's checked in.
Not quite as good for Preston.
Oh yeah, no problem. All right, to the turn.
We checked through. Didn't catch these hands.
Looks like Jaywin's got himself a flush draw. Turn flush draw there.
7 check. 8 check.
Yeah, some very straightening turns here. And nothing but checking here.
Everyone's taking it real cautious. No one has a very strong hand yet here.
I think Preston's got a 9-high straight on the top net, or Optimized rather has a 9-high straight on the top.
We got a flush for Doug there. He's rivered the nut flush, so he can bet with impunity here, knowing he's got at least half the board locked up. He might be able to push someone else off their equity on the other flop.
7 fold.
Jason and Preston playing the same jack-high straight. If it gets the showdown, they'll both be getting quartered. Doug does make it $100 with that nut flush.
1 fold.
He's just begging to get called.
And gets 1 straight out of there. Preston is going to call.
All right, cool.
And
got hearts on the top.
to
Jack 10
chop
on the top, hearts on the bottom. Chop, chop.
All right, so the Hold'em player's not getting too hurt here in the PLO streets.
Not some particularly spicy boards. I had one last night. We were playing a slightly different game, but there's another split pot bomb pot situation, and I was scooping somebody right up until the river, and she 2-outed me to get half the pot.
Yeah,
like, damn.
If there weren't rivers in poker, I would be retired on the island by now.
Yeah, sometimes I think there's one too many streets in some of these games.
Oh, we got Poker Monkey saying, Lottie, how's it going? How is it
Doing
going, Lottie?
great. How are you doing, Poker Monkey? Great to see you in the chat, as well as everyone else. I see Hammer in the chat.
We got
Pick
Robert
us up.
Baldwin. Hello, everyone. Hello, Robert. Thank you guys for tuning in.
7-fold, 8-fold, 9-fold. Raise 75.
Yeah, we got Ken making it 75 with the deuce of hearts and an unknown second card. He's going to take it down using his position
Thank you,
there.
sir. I appreciate it.
Nice little raise and take it.
All right, 25.
I find the big difference between the
After
2-5
that
and
quad
5-10
sixes, Jay, if you
streams
get quad sixes, pairs,
is really
$1,200.
people fold in 5-10 much more than they do in 2-5.
You got to move up in stakes where they respect your raises.
Exactly.
There's some truth to that.
Exactly.
Where your opponents are capable of finding the
You just
full
have to show it.
Yeah, like it was amazing. There was
Quad sixes. Quad sixes.
there was the 5-10 last week. We got like 120 hands in, and it's like, well, people fold. Like 2-5, everybody's like playing 3 streets, 4 streets every hand.
Yeah. You're going 6 ways to a river. All right, Jason's going to raise it up here with pocket 4s and the low jack. See if he can get any action here. Nobody is showing up with anything, and he's going to take this one down.
Yeah, 8-3 offsuit. How'd you do in the
Race did the job.
Oh, hey, Hammer, thank you. He said, hope your first stream goes good. And Rena Hoolin, thank you for stopping in. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Hoolin or Owen.
Great to see you, Rena, one of our frequent chat pros around here.
All right,
Like
all right.
15 went to day 2, and I got 16.
Yeah, this is Poker Jesus' first stream. Be nice to him.
Yeah, go easy on me.
think they got one in.
I'm a PLO player and a mixed game player, so
I think
Hold'em
it's
is
in,
not my forte, but I have
Hollywood
played it. I do know a little bit, so
Hard Rock
I'll
Semi.
try to let Will here kind of lead the charge, and I'll pop in and help out.
That's WPT?
Looks like the 25's on.
PAC is Vegas, and then right after that's Cherokee.
Okay,
And
nice.
then North Carolina.
TM with that
Okay, now I'm raising
Ace
6.
5 off. Gonna open that up to $60.
All the cool kids have been raising these ace rags here. It seems to be the new hotness these days. Optimized with the suited queen jack is going to come along in the
Very
big line.
defensible.
Yep.
What's that?
And look at that flop for Optimize.
Optimize.
Just the nuts.
He's going to have trouble getting paid unless TM can pick something up here.
Check, and TM does not pick anything up with that king of clubs. Optimize now with the straight flush gut shot that he totally doesn't need. He already has a block on this hand. Check.
Just praying for TM to
TM
bluff.
won't fight. And now Optimize makes a flush, so he downgrades to the second nuts.
That 150.
Still more than enough to get the job done here. He's going to go full pot, and he will not get paid. What a waste of a flop nut hand.
Right?
Happens sometimes.
Why can't your opponent have a set there or something, you know?
Yeah.
Modelo, anyone?
The other day, I almost bubbled the tournament that way. 2 from the money, and I managed to flop set versus flush. And I did not get bailed out by the run out, which, you know,
I want a new
bummer.
year, new me.
Yeah. Yeah, tournaments are definitely a cool game.
Like
Especially on the
reverse
bubble.
binge, a non-binge. You're binging on
Yeah.
We got Ken showing up with the ace rag this time offsuit. He's not going to take his option to play it. Preston looking to get spicy with the jack 7 suited and the hijack, making it 75.
Jason with 40% of a royal flush. Probably going to put some money in this pot. He will defend that big blind. And we go heads up to a flop. Jack in the window. Couple of 3s behind it. Preston has
Check.
outflopped Jason.
Did you not tune in as usual?
Bet 75.
He's going to have a hard time getting some value here. We'll see if Jason wants to. Oh, Jason. Jason's looking to float, okay.
Well,
Not
he's
ready to
got
give it up.
over and he's got back doors. And now he has second pair, which will not be sufficient.
He's turned some equity in. He's probably going to get sticky at this point.
Oh, I'm sure I did. worn any
Shoots again. See if
calls
Preston
when
goes for a
the
second
bounce
street.
there or anything, but
His kicker no longer playing.
there was,
Hey, 200.
I'm sure some
Jackson threes with a 10 is what he's playing. He's going to go $200.
Maybe nothing that bad.
Setting
Like, I
himself
would like
up
to go
for
on
the river jam here. Going to have a pot size bet behind.
He's the balls. And five of spades.
Oh, that was my.
Not one of the cards Jason needed. See if Preston goes for a third street or if he decides to just check back.
yeah.
Top pair, no kicker.
Jack 10, 8 board.
That was, you know, that
I
was
wonder
a lot
what can he
of
actually get value from? What is his opponent calling with on that board?
But he was the absolute grinder.
Yeah.
If he's going to value here, it's definitely going to be thin. And he's going for it.
400.
And Jason might not believe him here. Could put him on an ace-queen type hand or a smaller pair.
Unfortunately, not a lot of missed draws that you could be representing here.
Am I ever good?
Yes.
A lot of that is tries they could have gotten.
Heads up for turn. She just changed there. But when that other guy is in there and puts like an extra like 4K on top of it.
Preston taking an online here, betting 400 though. He only
Well,
was 310
she
behind
came
at that
back.
point.
She came back
He's pot
today.
committed. He's not folding if he gets shoved.
And Jason will make the correct lay down.
I mean, I think he should have just he's shoving for all of it there, right? It's gonna be polarizing. He's either got it or he doesn't. You know?
Yeah, it is sort of a weird sizing relative to the stack.
The stack and the pot there, yeah. Maybe he was just begging to get called.
Yeah. And so,
Yes,
yeah,
sir,
Hammer,
25.
hope you make your way down here again soon. Apparently, we played together a couple of years ago around these parts, and glad you liked it down here at TCH Austin. I like it too. It's a great room.
Yeah, I was gonna say this room is absolutely beautiful, gorgeous design. Really like the atmosphere here.
Yeah.
TM on yours disappeared or something.
Pretty much all of my cash in Texas gets played here.
Two folks.
You'll even see me in some of these new tournaments we've launched
Jay
recently.
Wynn
I'll
looking to
tell you
get
more
spicy
about.
in the hijack,
Call,
making
7
it
fold.
75 with the 4-3 of hearts. Doug's gonna come along with the pair of sevens.
I'll tell you more about those tournaments after this hand.
9 fold.
TM getting out of the way.
Call. 2 players.
Ken with the suited 6-5 is coming as well. Ooh, we got ourselves some action flop here.
Very, very action flop here.
Check.
Ken with top pair and a gut shot. Jay Wynn, middle pair and an open ender.
And Doug with the overpair.
No, took it off.
I don't think anyone's getting away from this on the flop.
Market
Best
collapsed.
hand at the moment. I agree with you
wouldn't
there.
even self-express.
I
I'm in. We're in
that
for
will
the
be
long haul.
willing to continue. Jay Wynn
My,
continuing for $150 and Doug electing to call, holding that overpair.
And Jay Wynn is a pre-flop aggressor. He's trying to represent that he has some type of overpair to this board.
Yeah.
He's not going to be doing this with an ace-king unless he's got the ace-king of hearts, I would imagine.
Yeah, nice.
how's
And there's the three. Ken has turned the straight. Jay Wynn now playing middle two pair, but probably feeling awful about it, as any ace, any six has him down to just 4 outs. Doug now picking up a gut shot in those pocket sevens.
Originally, I was going to take a year off once I have 6 months. But
Doug
Ken,
looking for
Ken
six.
facing 2 flush draws out there. Isn't going to slow play this.
Ken's
He's
chosen
betting 400.
And Ken's chosen to lead for 400 here on a card where he's saying that this has improved him. He wasn't Strato War, and everyone just clears out of there.
from home deal or you go?
Trying to protect himself from those flush draws or maybe get value if someone has an ace.
we're in New York.
Get the chop.
Phoenix area. So I go over there about every other week for a couple days and work in the office.
So we got a way too early look at the winnings. Gambit they're winning right now. Just a few hands in now. Still many, many more hands to be played here on TCH Live.
Look, I just want to take a commercial break.
All right, chat. Why don't you type in who do you think is going to be the first player to get stacked? Let us know.
All right, breaks up.
You know, kind of center back. I thought you were serious. I was like,
Yeah, so Poker Jesus wants blood apparently.
Oh yeah, you got to have blood in the water, man. It's
We're
exciting.
taking a poll on who's
I
getting
want
stacked.
big pots. I want pain. I want drama. I want agony.
All right, see 4 fold, 5 fold, 7 raised, that's 75. 8 fold. Yeah, 2 fold.
Optimize getting spicy with the 10-5 suited.
Button drive.
Not going to get any action.
The upside of a lineup like this is that you do get to make a few wider opens and actually have them get the fold.
It's true. Everyone's playing relatively snug as far
Yeah, you got a
as
double strap.
calling.
$50.
But some people are definitely taking advantage of raising with some questionable hands.
They told me first quarter, but I don't know, that might
But they're using position. They know other players are overfolding.
Really the first like 2 weeks.
So that might tomorrow.
You need it, right?
Don't
And then
worry
after
about it doing
that,
tomorrow.
it's like, you're fine.
Well, when the weather was still nice,
Got a straddle for 50.
time on the leg, and like,
7 fold.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I had fun like all week. Played a lot of
Looks like the 50s on
Yeah, I was just about to say, do we have a $50
5,
strategy?
10, 25, 50.
I could do something.
And gets to the 25 straddle of J-Win.
Check. That's
Gonna
a
limp the Jack 4 suited. Doug's gonna check his option.
Doug with the computer hand, the Queen
check.
7.
Check.
Neither player connecting. We go check, check. And now J-Win pulls ahead with the Jack of Hearts. Neither player with a heart. We go check, check one more time. J-Win gonna be good at showdown. J-Win gonna go for a little bit of value. Not gonna get it. J-Win just recently made a heck of a run up at the WSOP circuit. Up north in Oklahoma, taking, I think it was 6th place in the 1700 main. Congrats to J-Win.
I like to play cash more. Like if I play a
There's
tournament,
another
I really
awesome
only
Red
win
JD who got super deep in that tournament as well. Congrats to everyone from Austin who actually did things in that tournament. I sure wasn't one of them.
I would imagine.
I did make a couple of attempts at it.
I don't think I've ever been.
7 fold. 8 fold. 9
That's
fold.
kind of what I've heard. But.
Ooh, 7 is diamonds in the month. 1 fold, 2 fold,
The rooms were great. Really nice.
4 call, 5 check, heads up.
Poker rooms.
All right, battle of the big blind and under the gun, 9-8 versus
So
10
all
deuce.
casinos are legal, and
J-Win going to connect with this flop.
Bet 25.
Doug picking up a gut shot on the turn.
Yeah, I don't know.
is it outside the city or is it in the city?
Not going to continue chasing.
It's like on the edge. It's like between the airport and like,
Yeah, my ideal tournament's like a 50K or 70K.
Getting the gambles there in the chat.
That's 1 day.
Looks like it might be running a little bit hot. Let me give this a shot.
1 day. If I win, I can chill the rest of the time. Go do that shit.
Think I win here?
Yeah.
we went last year. We were supposed to go
Gambling
to
10. All right, good luck, Will.
10 points.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a 90.
Doubled up, you should have bet more.
I should have bet more, but hey, I've got an image to maintain here. Hashtag New York.
New York Knit in the house. It's noble work you're doing, sir.
Yeah, someone's got to hold the line. Hashtag Waddy Line, 15% beef head.
Oh yeah.
Ken coming in with the raise with Jack 9 suited and the cutoff.
Jack 9 of
Played a lot
clubs,
of-
TJ
I'm sorry.
TBA.
Jack 9 clubs.
Raise 300.
Ooh, Jalen showing up with the aces.
7 days.
300 that, 300 from the small blind. And they're deep enough. Ken can come along here and try to see a flop.
Yeah, defend is definitely a possibility here, especially if you're going to have position.
Oh, wow.
He
He's going to
chooses
give it
not
up.
to.
They're running like 4, 2, 1, 5,
Probably dodged a bullet there. That said, Jack 9 is good enough that you could take a flop.
I mean, I think that deep with position for sure.
All right, 5
What do I
10.
know? I'm a PLO guy. We don't fold.
Yeah, you don't fold, and you just keep saying pot.
Pot. They say pot until they stop you.
Yeah, sounds like the bomb pots are out here. Just pot, 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 pot.
I absolutely love bomb
Or
pots.
it checks all the way down, but they're the best.
Some of the biggest pots are bomb pots.
We love our double board PLO bomb pots here at TCH Austin. A lot of these hold'em tables, you'll have them every dealer change ends every orbit. I know there are some places that
Raise the
maybe aren't so generous with the bomb pots. Get the best action here, TCH, as we see. Doug
in the
opening
small
up his
blind.
suited king and getting no resistance call.
Preston and Ken neck and neck for the top winner so far on stream, but still early, anyone's game.
Nope. $100 too much.
Why'd you do that? It was a $700 hand. It wasn't an $800 hand.
Apparently, you've got a little fan club.
You're better than me, Mr. If it's worth $700.
Oh, uh-oh. The wife is in the chat. Hello, Sadistic Kitten. Thank you for tuning in. Now, you don't need to wish me luck. I don't have any money on the
One
line.
fold, two fold.
Yeah, this is financially the safest seat in the house.
Yeah, it really is. I can just watch other people lose money. All right, Jay win in the cutoff with the ace-7 offsuit, making it 75. Doug on the button is going to defend with the jack-9 suited. Liam coming along under the gun with that 10-8 off.
Saying, I got pot odds.
That's right. That's I don't know how many people have lost so much money with saying pot odds.
Yeah. And we're going to see Doug flopping himself a pair of 9s for the best hands at the moment.
And you know, it's hard to
Only
flop a
second
pair, so.
It is hard to flop a pair.
But against two opponents, it's going to be tough to bet here as well. And again, he does have position on the button.
175 is the bet.
And they're checking and showing weakness, and he's going to spring the trap here.
Try and get a little bit of protection probably from the random gut shots that people might have, from the club draws that people might have, charge those to get there.
He's got to figure if someone had a king, they would have bet already, so his 9 is probably best.
And he will take it down. The one thing you got to be careful about is what happens if you do get check raised, which it would probably be small blind check raising you more than it would be Jay Win, who have the chance as the opener.
Did you hear Seth got canned on Tuesday?
Then you don't love your 9 so much, probably.
Definitely not, but I think it's right to bet there. You got to
Yeah.
protect your hand from them catching
Yes, sir.
up.
You are the 25.
You know, if they're going to check raise you, I mean, there's a guy in between as well, so they're going to have to usually be strong there if they want to go for that check raise, I think.
said.
Now, if you were heads up, it might be a different story. But 3 ways, I like his bet.
2 fold. 4 fold. 5 fold. Raise to 75.
Optimize coming in on the button with the queen 10 off, making it 75.
9 fold. 1 fold.
Trying to get it through.
Nobody looks like they have anything defensible there.
Yeah, I still do private videos.
So when's the next vlog, dude?
Probably the next couple of weeks.
I clicked
on the,
I clicked on you and said,
Nothing since October.
it's 2
Someone
months.
calling Jay Win out for not posting a vlog.
I thought I'd been missing them.
Jay Win.
It's going to be a double strike. Me $50.
That's not a priority, so more important.
You definitely need to be consistent, man. The audience can be fickle. They get upset if they don't get their regular dose of your content. That's for sure.
Yeah, they want
That's
their
Strata,
fix.
right?
It is.
Let's do 150.
150. 8 fold.
So you got a vlog of your own. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I started vlogging in March of last year, and since I moved here to Texas from the Florida area, I can now vlog live. I wasn't allowed to do that out in Tampa, so now I vlog live, and I vlog PLO primarily, cash games, and you can check me out, Poker Jesus, that's JEEZUS on YouTube.
It's tough. I just have your content today. And,
20 whites, too.
yeah, you want PLO content. He's your guy.
Yep, come on down. I show my wins, I show my losses. I try to point out if I think I messed up a hand, so feel free to come into the chat and roast me, leave some comments, let me know how bad I play.
I never go there outside of just here, but it's like an easy thing to order here that's good.
See if you get it. You will find that we'll ramble a lot about other things in here,
Sure.
and that'll be because nothing's happening out there.
Gotcha, yeah.
See a lot of reason tickets, and
Here, that's a good
You know what, I bet if we gave these one
my fault,
clear card, the action action will ramp up.
What if we gave them 4 cards?
8 raises.
That's too much.
Too much?
We got to ease them into it. Give them a third card. Let them
Now,
do some
so-
little pineapple, crazy
Yeah, I
pineapple,
was going to
lazy
say, are we going to
pineapple.
let them keep the 3rd card the whole way, or are we going to make them ditch it at some point?
think most of the
All
time.
right, Jason in the cutoff raises it up with 10-7 suited. Preston has a defensive blind here with king queen off.
What do you think about the call versus the 3-bet there?
You know, I'm not a. Ooh, this is gonna be
Something
a
for
spicy
everyone
one.
here.
Looks like the graphics are wrong there with that ace. There we go.
Yeah, so this will be a top pair for Preston, club draw for Jason, who continues for 75.
Definitely gonna see some fireworks here.
I mean, there's just like nothing you can
This doesn't call out the 4 of spades, does not improve his cause.
like. Come on.
I mean, I guess you could
Jason
think
is
about
still
like
going to be
three
looking
betting
for a club.
And it's tough for Preston here out of position to play his hand.
Check, check. Jason deciding to shut it down.
Been in this spot before.
The 9 of spades does not complete the flush.
You got
Now Jason does block the nuts here. Is he gonna try to bluff it?
It looks like he's just given up. Check, check, and Preston's going to take it with the characters.
As far as your question about the re-raise there out of position, you know, you can. I'm sure that's, again, I'm not really a Hold'em player. I know that a lot of players would take that line against the late position raise, which could be a steal. I tend to try to not blow pots out of position because then I'm just going to play a bloated pot out of position because so many people call in PLO.
Yeah, and the difference here, like, our graphic says big blind, but really he's the second blind. We have a straddle on.
Okay,
that
okay.
case.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
if you're closing the action, I'm much more inclined to call. If I'm not closing the action, it's more like I'm in the small blinds, and I would really like to clear out the big blinds and get it heads up.
And then if you
Or
have
just take it.
if you have other players in between as well that might have limped in or raised or something and he just called, now you can make the squeeze play there.
Then the other possibility is on future streets, like let's say you both whip on the flop, you could get an ace to fold with a C-bet.
Raise.
You have king queen, you'd love to get an ace to fold.
That's true. That's true.
5 fold.
As we see a raise and a 3-bet from some interesting holdings here. Well, not that interesting. So I've been told from the future / past that Ken actually has ace-10 offsuit.
Okay,
That there
okay.
was a misread here. So that 3-bet actually makes a lot more sense.
Gotcha, gotcha.
TM will defend with the queen-8 suited. We know Ken has ace-10, and we know that he is not connected with this flop, and I think we've had a scan error. I don't think those cards are the ones that we saw on the camera.
5 of hearts, 9 of hearts.
One night, I just drove right out of here.
Oh, there we go.
Actually go back and out.
985, that sounds right. So, TM
No.
with middle pair,
Check. Bet
Ken
175.
with overs, and he is going to continue.
Ken's got that backdoor spade draw as well. Well, if he has the ace of
Back to a
spades.
straight draw hit. He's not suited.
He's not suited. Okay, that's right. He's got the ace-10.
The 9's going to pair on the turn. So no help
Check.
for Ken.
Check, check.
Check, check. He is going to shut it down. And now TM's going to fill up. 8's full of 9s.
Now, you know, Ken might pay off with the ace in this spot.
Still, for a 5-7 game,
Depends on how much he bets.
yeah, still expected to be
Might be a little bit much.
It was like no one bought it.
A little bit over half pot. We do have a lot of missed draws,
So it's
true.
which would be the argument in favor of calling with an ace. All the hearts missed, all the straights missed that weren't there already. Like 7-6 was there the whole time.
Sure, sure.
But you would have heard from 7-6. Probably
Right, yeah.
7-6 keeps betting.
You're worried about, you know, you're looking at the 10 jacks and
Yeah,
so
Jack
forth.
7 missed.
It was just more like
Queen Jack missed.
that was fine.
I mean, personally, I think I'd either go for a much larger bet or a smaller bet in this spot. I don't know about the 450 half spot.
Well, he got Ken counting after chips. He may be
thinking about
considering calling, and he does make the call.
Vote. 8.
I have to
So
go to vote.
8's full of 9s will take it to TM.
Did you leave River?
Well, I guess he knows his man. He's making a bet. and he's
Did you like River? Nice. Nice hand.
All right, chat. What do you guys think? What would you bet? Are you guys betting half pot? You betting smaller? You betting larger? Let us
Let
know.
us know in the chat. While you're chatting, hit that like button. If you want to take part in that chat, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so.
I don't know. I made a lot of that.
Yeah, smash the like button, please. Let Let us know you're there.
We just crossed 50,000 subscribers a couple of nights ago.
You got a bomb pot next hand.
It's amazing. It's been a little over 3 years since TCH been around. And we are where we are. And I remember back in the day, like in the early days, like you get a couple dozen viewers, and the chat wasn't nearly as fun. Jason with the Words Are Hard special, the 9 triz of hearts just folded, which he probably should in all fairness.
It was very
Shout out to
Ace 10. Yeah, it was an
Aaron, one of our commentators here at TCH Live.
The folded all the way around to the straddle. So we're
KJ, you always go to the Choctaw Circuit events?
not always.
No one likes
just,
these hands. You know what? I think they wanted
I'll
to
go
do
like
a
if
bomb
like
pot.
if some friends want to go.
Bomb pot
I'll
coming
go
up,
with
if
them
I'm
and
not
we'll make it a
mistaken.
trip. You know,
Okay.
but I don't.
I'll let you know next time I go.
So we got
Okay.
the 25 on here.
I went the Airbnb route,
Uh-huh.
and it ended up being real good. Like I heard the Choctaw hotels were $400 a night
Okay.
for like a crummy little room. Whereas I got a hotel and ended up being like super cheap. I ended up getting an Airbnb house, 3 bedrooms, ended up being super cheap.
All right, Hammer chiming in. He lost track of the action. Not sure what he would do.
Hey, we
Thank you
lose
for chiming
track
in,
of the
Hammer.
action sometimes too.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm still waiting for them to deal the other 2 cards to these guys.
Yeah. We'll get a bomb pot eventually. I'm told every half hour, so we're going to be coming up on it.
Non-fold. 1 fold. 2 fold.
He's king for J-Win.
Yeah,
On the
I
button.
just said it. Next time I'll.
Green.
Nah,
It's at
it's fine with the
$75.
baby.
No one's gonna believe he's got it.
Blackjack.
And no actions we have there.
Bomb pot this hand, guys. Bomb pot.
Oh, here we go. Bomb pot coming up.
25.
All right, everyone's going to get out the $25 annies.
No.
Like the amount of.
Everyone's about to get a lottery ticket. Let's see who gets the golden ticket here.
They're not really the same age.
I want to see a scoop. I
Maria's probably seen
want to see
that.
pain.
Yes, let's get some scooping.
I was and like we do some neighborhood stuff. Like I hang out with some guys in the neighborhood that are pretty regularly, and like we used to invite him to some things, and just I don't know, he's
Bradley Franklin in the chat. Hello there. Thank you for tuning in.
fine. I don't mean in a negative way. I just like
No, we're good.
Yeah, some people still take it.
How many flops?
like I said, not a bad thing. Just never really special class.
7 check. 8
All
check.
right, so not a lot of interaction between the 2 boards. We do see
Optimize has got a nice double suited hand here. He's flopped flush draws on both boards. And he's got a pair on both boards.
I bet 65. So
yeah, so Optimize with a decent piece of this.
It's tough. He's in the small blind, so he's probably looking at check raise here, I would imagine.
That is the move I usually go to. TM makes it 65 with his ace king 8-5.
Ken showing up with
Has
top
both
set
pairs of
queens.
Yeah, set of queens for Ken. J-Win with some kings. And the 9-3, he's
Alright,
got
fourth player.
king high spades on top. No good though.
TM hitting his straight, his gut shot straight, and he has some flush blockers there.
And then we also see TM filling up on the bottom, 8's full of aces.
bet 310.
So TM in excellent shape here, holding the straight and the boat that has a lock on that bottom board. He makes it 310.
Got nut second nut.
And just folding that one-way hand,
Did you bring some food? Or are you down for ordering?
and ditching the set of queens.
And Optimize here, he might stick around. He's still got the nut draw on the top board there.
J-Win gets out of there, so does Optimize. TM gonna take it all.
Oh wow! More than
too much.
He's going to show it.
birthday. That's too much.
Good to see you in the chat, Mitchell.
Quarter set.
170
That's what I'm
of you
hearing.
watching right now. Hit that like button. We're nowhere near 170 likes. I think we're capable of some better of some more likes. Some more better likes. Bah.
And talk to us in the chat. Leave us a comment. We're lonely in here.
Yeah, this is a lot more fun with the chat.
Did you get the login?
I wish. They don't allow recording.
Shit.
But,
You know what, though?
they don't allow
What I asked for
they
last
don't
time.
allow recording.
Yeah.
We
But I
got that
recorded
scoop.
anyway. Like,
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
real quick.
Oh, I
Like,
thought you were asking.
Well, he had
and
action.
then I would like
Out
upload
here.
it to the table.
So you're gonna end up making some kind of video on it?
King
I
10.
don't think so. Like literally, if you go to if you go to my Instagram, there's
didn't
a
get to
story
choose
highlight
yet.
called.
No, no, it's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Actually,
If you click it, it'll
Okay.
share all the main highlights from the session. I mean, I probably
Yeah.
should. I don't know.
They both
I
have
thought he would check
backdoor
behind my
diamonds.
Check, check.
TM also
I don't
having
really
backdoor
know.
straight hands.
Check,
And
check
this is
it.
ace.
Check.
Top pair for TM.
Jason drawing dead. It's going to be hard for him to call any bets here, though.
45, sorry. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Hello, Sadistic Kitten. Thank you for saying hi. I love you too.
TM gonna collect a small pot there. And looks like we're gonna fairly consistently have a straddle on. I don't know that Ken's straddling. Just in a moment.
TM starting to pull ahead here on the charts, almost up $1,000. Less than an hour into the stream.
Right, we get both of y'all to scan if you don't mind, please. Thank you. You're good. Okay, see two
Okay,
raises.
Ken does have the 25 on, and Preston waking up with ace queen leaves at 75. Jalen is pipped with the king queen, and
Call. 5-fold,
does call here.
7-fold, 8-fold.
TM has a defensible 10-9 here. It's getting those pot odds again. Hate playing out of position, but got one of those hands that can flop well.
Offsuit, I like it a little bit less, just fewer flops that I'm gonna be able to continue on.
True, true.
See the straddle
See a
there.
flop of 10-9-9. Let's go. Nope. Nobody gets it.
Jack 5-3 that nobody really wanted to see.
So it's going to be who takes the lead here? Who puts on the aggression? Aggression wins spots. Nope, he's going to do it. Oh, there we go. Now Preston's got his hand.
Check.
Jaywin picking up a gut shot.
Bet 75.
75
Coming
for
here before the
Preston.
stream, you can play a self-respecting game with 2-5.
Gut position.
You know,
Call.
now it's
Fold.
it's truly a warm-up.
Deal.
You go from
Try to take
200 on the
away on the
table
Spade
to
River too.
5,000.
All right, we got a one-liner here for the wheel draw, but I don't think he has to really worry about Jaywin having a deuce. He's going to check call move with his top pair. Will Jaywin bluff at it? I think if he does, he's getting looked up. I don't think he's going to get a bluff through here. What do you think, Will?
Yeah, I don't think you're checking two folds.
Supposedly.
Showdown.
Check,
Oh,
check.
like in the
Preston
works.
was
Well,
settle for what was in
I
the
mean,
already.
supposedly it is in the works, right? I just feel like I've been hearing this so long. The latest date I heard is
No
April.
pair, not quite enough.
It's pretty imminent. But
Alright,
whether-
but
It's April, they would have to be
you would think, right?
setting up cameras and
Which is kind of why I'm doubtful, you know. I'm not seeing moving supplies and stuff, but it's supposed to be a space right by the aquarium.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah. Someone said, Chris was telling me it's to the right of the aquarium. If you're looking at the aquarium, but like I don't even remember there being a building there.
You talking across the street?
Where
Where we're moving? Yeah, I think it used to be like a Salvation Army or a big wheel or something.
It's
I'm most excited that it's next to a Starbucks.
Optimizing the cutoff, raising it up to 75
there a
here with
Starbucks
the
out
ace, 6 suited.
4-fold, 5-fold, 7 raises, 75.
TM not going
Like closer to the highway.
from the small blind.
9-fold, 1-fold,
Interesting.
and 2-fold.
And nobody really has enough there, so they're all
There you go,
going to let it
sir.
go.
One drive.
I can't remember. I just remember seeing the Starbucks when I was exiting the
there's
highway.
like a takoyaki restaurant.
So, Will, you said you went up to
Yeah.
Choctaw to go look
Starbucks,
on
yeah,
those
Starbucks
tournaments?
is all the way at the
Oh, I had a
this
little bit of
parking
luck
lot.
on that last day.
And then,
So I tend to run the hottest in the smallest blind event,
Is it
and
to the
this
right
is no
that
exception.
it's to the right
The,
of
the
aquarium?
main, I bricked it twice.
if you're looking at the aquarium, it's to
I
the right.
bricked it once, but Tuesday on
that
Monday,
was the end of
I
the
get
park.
fourth
Yeah,
place
it's supposed
in
to
that.
have like
Nice,
a
very
Like
good.
3,400,
That's awesome.
which is
Salvage
not
the
as much
trip?
as I dumped into the weekend.
All
There's like
right.
it's like a very trendy thing.
Still helps. It helps make a dent.
Yeah, certainly don't mind. Just
We'll have,
didn't
like,
really have any cards
waitresses,
to work with at the
we'll have
end,
bars.
unfortunately.
Really?
Never really had a shot at the ring with.
Is there any hands-on
Play any cash
renovation
games while
work
you're out
actually
there?
being done?
No, just tournaments.
That's
Okay.
above my
CM
pay
off
grade.
the top. We'll see if he
Raise 155.
gets any action behind him.
People picking up these big hands on the steel just hitting the button.
Yeah.
Ooh, and
Ooh,
Jay wins.
he's gonna
There
have
we
to take
go.
it.
Now let's see if Jay
Raise
goes
to
for
600.
the re-raise.
He does.
Yep.
Goes,
We're gonna see some fireworks here.
goes 600.
Especially
CM could certainly consider calling in position and praying that no overs come. Stacks of pot is he is gonna shove rather.
He's not gonna
And
let himself
Jay
get
would
bluffed.
probably not calling off with ace jack.
2400.
So the argument in favor of calling is that you're in position and stock to pot was so short that you'd be able to get it in fairly quickly.
Post flop, sure.
Yeah, like you could, like if J1 continues on flop, you could even just get it in right then and there if you want.
Well, now Jay has to worry, is he being rebluffed here? Does he think that, TM thinks he was stealing?
I know sometimes you do a punching game. I'm just trying to figure out one of these times. I have a pretty hand.
He's thinking about it. All right, chat, let us know. One in the chat if you think Jay is going to call. Two if you think he's going to fold.
If I knew you had a card that's under a jack, I'll call. But I'm like really bad.
All right, Jay trying to talk to him, saying if you have a card under a jack, he'd call.
Like if you have pocket tens, you're way ahead. But if you show me, I'll call.
Oh,
And Jay going to give it up.
all right,
Nice.
buddy, enjoy.
I had a three betting hand.
Not surprised ace jack would be a pretty light call. Here are a couple of players that I know where I
5, 10, 25.
on that route.
I don't know, man. It's Texas. People call a lot lighter around here.
Oh, I have 10. It's actually not.
It'll take a moment here between hands to close some of these new tournaments we've got here at TCH Austin. Every Sunday,
I had more than I
the
thought I had.
$300 Blackjack
This is the
Bounty
most
Tournament,
famous
5,000
jam.
guaranteed in that prize pool, 4 o'clock on Sundays.
Pretty cool, huh?
25-minute blind levels. That's a fun tournament. I played it weekend before
I'll
last.
gamble with you.
And
It wasn't a
spots at these bounties will put
We don't
you
make
in
it phones,
really
green
tough
screens.
Raise to
Rose
100.
PLO
8 fold.
every Monday and
guys
every
are
Friday. We've got
Hey, not you guys.
$600
Technologically
tournament.
racist.
2,000 guaranteed, 1,000 guaranteed to first place.
Wouldn't allow you in the group.
Every Wednesday,
So
the
racist.
$60 no one Hold'em.
Yeah, kind of reluctant.
And same guarantee there. And then Saturdays we've
Oh,
got
what's up, buddy? You gonna play a little bit? You gonna play a little bit?
Oh, you called?
4K guaranteed, 2K to
Oh, no,
first.
you
Oh.
called.
Weekly
Sorry.
sales.
Oh, what?
I was just in the middle.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cardhouse.com.
We'll just move it. We'll just move it in the middle.
As
My
we're
bad,
shaping up
guys.
to have a battle of identical hands here.
I like where your
9-8
head's
suited.
at, though, KJ.
And now we have Doug.
Check.
Doug on the free roll.
Jinx.
You owe me a Coke. Or I owe you a Coke.
You got Chris in here. Bet
Coke is not a
150.
sponsor of TCH Live.
I'm a Pepsi man myself.
No! Why would you do that to yourself? Coke is a superior product. It has more cake.
So
Pepsi's too sweet.
Outside bets the 115 with his middle pair, and Doug calls. That is not a club for him. So this probably becomes another check call.
It was really good. That Mexican Coke in the glass bottles with the real cane sugar.
Check. Bet
Stuff is
275.
delicious.
Optimize gonna fire again, makes it 275.
Optimize, just value owning himself here. Doug looking for that club on the river.
Now the question is, if he bricks, would a third barrel get the job done?
I think it would, because the ace and king are out there.
And it does in fact brick with the 3 of diamonds. It would chop if it gets the showdown, but that is far from certain here.
I think if Optimize bets enough here, he's going to get it through. He's been telling a consistent story. It's going to look like he has it.
He's saying, I raised, I have an ace. Then he said, I still have an ace. Will he say that one more time?
And it's tough for Doug here being out of position, too.
Now, super optimized. You got a lot of busted club draws that weren't paying you anyway.
Sure,
Bet
sure. He's got
600.
showdown value.
He is going to bet,
Water?
and
want
Doug
water?
will make the
Like
calls.
Get it through. Where's the chop?
All right, button's right.
On again, Doug.
You can wait one hand. They're playing. Oh, you can wait one? Okay, cool.
Definitely.
Sadistic Kitten
Well, you
saying
have to wait
straight
one. You
is
can't
better.
buy. Sorry.
Sprite's okay.
You know what I like?
What
That,
you want?
that strawberry Fanta, man, but I can't
Big.
find it.
B-I-G.
Doctor, no,
Dr.
root
Pepper
beer.
is great.
3,000.
No, down with Dr.
Yeah,
Pepper.
I have a Dr.
Root beer
Pepper
all the
right
way.
here. I'm holding a
Yeah,
Dr.
it's got to go front. Yeah.
What is the obsession with
Go to
Dr.
the,
Pepper down here?
The Texas
Oh,
thing. I'm holding a
stuff is-
Dr.
All right,
Pepper.
so,
You can't see, but producer Kristen on the other side is holding a Dr. Pepper right now.
Yeah, this is your file. Oh,
he's
yeah,
right
this is your
And
file.
yeah,
You
certain
can't
root
buy
beers are
this.
good. And let me press that
Some of that,
one.
some of
There
that
we go.
ICB root beer, man, in the glass bottle. Glass bottle drinks are always better.
So you know.
Plus, if
when-
something goes
so
down, you've got a
mandatory
weapon.
25.
Wow, that escalated.
Hey, you know, you got to be ready.
See, they fold.
Some people choose violence.
I'll take the can of A&W root beer, and I'll take my
Nine fold,
chances.
one fold, two fold, four fold, and five.
Easy game. We
I
fold to
know.
you all day.
I know, man. I've been walked about 5 times.
Nobody's
This
finding
is
a hand.
why we just BS about soft drinks.
Yeah. If this was PLO, we'd have 6 ways to a flop. We'd be able to see all the cards on the screen.
Yeah, like we'd just be struggling to figure out who has
We're like, who's got what? It is definitely difficult. This is my first time in the booth when I see these PLO double board bomb pots.
You didn't snap.
It is tough to like read everyone's hand, trying to read both.
Don't be
There was some
50.
alternate
Okay.
reality.
Who's got what?
Just imagine pulling nothing but PLO.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm teasing.
Yeah, my first
Whatever.
attempt at that was 2
You
weeks
don't
ago.
do tanking for
think
We
you guys-
definitely had our moments.
I think you guys did very well.
It's a live dog. Yeah, it's live
I
15.
watched the whole stream. I did my analysis video of Patty's bluff and some other hands.
Recall.
Yeah, definitely check that out. Cult of Jesus on YouTube. That's JEC.
And Rena in the chat saying everybody hit the like button. Thank you, Rena.
That's a
Appreciate
great
it.
idea, Rena.
Hammer saying
Raise
A&W for
300.
sure. He's a root beer man. All right.
W, hey, that's my kind of
All
guy.
right, chat, let us know. Are you guys root beer or Dr. Pepper?
We
Let us
see
know in the chat.
Optimize playing 8s as a squeeze.
9 fold.
Interesting. And he's got a shot to work here. Big with Jack 8 suited. He's going to keep going, and Jay Wynn's
Really
going to go set
surprised
mining.
Big is calling. Yeah, Jay went on the button for sure. Easy call, but Big,
Three ways to a
interesting
squad.
play. Getting spicy. And he hits his jack.
Queen Jack 3. Now, is Big really going to love middle pair in a 3-bet pot? Optimize just going to say, never mind.
I mean, there's only one over there, so.
There's 2 overs to his
Bet
8s.
275.
No, I'm
I don't know if
sorry.
you're
I'm sorry. I was
optimizing.
talking about Big.
Okay, for
I was
Big,
talking about
yeah.
Big, yeah.
And he is going to bet when check 2.
It's tough. Optimize here out of position with 2 overs. Don't think he's going to continue here.
Pretty
He's got
delicious price.
that I'm going to fold look on his face. That disappointed. There it is. All right, Big. Going to make the overcall there with the Jack 8 and come away with it.
Yeah, yes. The at 1,000. Looks 25.
I think one of the players just added 1,000 onto their stack here. Things may be ramping up.
This is an uncapped buy-in game. Our 510 element holding here. Texas Courthouse.
All right, Hammer is saying Dr. Pepper is good too. Hammer, you've got to pick, man. If your life is on the line, is it Dr. Pepper or is it root beer? You can only
Well, we
pick
have to
one.
make him choose. I can't
You
make
gotta,
that choice.
you got to pick one. This is America, man. Everything's
can't
got to
make
be
that choice.
polarizing. You got to be on one side of the fence or the other. There's no middle ground. So this is Kitten Sierra Mr. Sprite.
I've got bad news for you about that Sierra Mist.
What's going on with Sierra Mist?
I hear Pepsi is going to kill that in favor of some other lemon lime drink that they've come up with.
Interesting. All right.
I just read that the other day. As we see Jay Wynn going for the 3-bet with the ace-8 of diamonds,
and Jason
and it's
making
going to have a
queens.
very unfortunate outcome here. Jason with a couple of ladies, very likely a 4-bet incoming from him.
Definitely coming in. Especially out of
Raised
position.
to
Really?
775.
Hardly ever seen
775 is the number.
Oh,
All right, Kobe S saying he's a root beer guy. All right, thank you, Kobe.
Well, he never played this.
Yeah, that's not.
kicker problems. I don't know if they're saying they like Sprite or if they're laughing at Sprite.
I think the latter.
Uh-oh, Kenny coming in. Hey, Kenny, how you doing, brother? He's saying this is Texas. The answer is always Dr. Pepper. I'm down here bringing my crazy Yankee ideas of root beer.
I think Dr. Pepper might have originated down here. But anyway, onto this fold from Jay Wynn. I was about to say onto this tank, and then he folded. Waco, okay, Dr. Pepper from Waco. Well, actually, here's the thing with Pepsi. That originated in North Carolina, like Newbern, North Carolina.
Okay.
The place where it was invented is there's even like basically a little museum / gift shop primarily, and so North Carolina is a little bit more inclined towards Pepsi, I think, for that reason. I lived down there for a couple of years. I like Pepsi anyway. I didn't need any convincing.
For me, growing up, I think I enjoyed Pepsi more because it was sweeter. But as I grew older and your taste buds changed, I became more of a Coke guy.
Or 1,000 to 1, sorry.
I'll have vanilla Coke. I'll have that. And I will have fountain Coke. But Coke any other way is just weird to me for whatever
The reason why I said that,
All right.
I asked them to give me 800 to 1 in a PLO hand, to where I just had to get the.
And Kristen
not
chiming
the
in
suits,
that
I just
apparently
had to
there
get
is
the
a
cards.
Dr. Pepper museum in Waco. I may have to check that out one of these days.
And,
when
I'm
I
sure they have
get
free
to-
samples.
Or 90, I'm sorry, 90.
And breaking up with Ace King offsuit here under the gun.
Race tonight. Anyway, I got it. He hit the hand after I decided
Or
not to
not,
make
he's
the
just
hand.
going to call.
Just call. Interesting. All
In
right.
position on TM. This is Big Blind versus Straddle.
Both pretty deep.
Jack 9-6 will give TM the better hands.
I mean, he runs
Ken
along.
will just over some back doors.
Very unfortunate. Someone
TM with the initiative
Bet 120.
to continue.
Yeah, I wanted to pick a hand that he could play so he could get his money back.
He hit it like on day
He does have the king of hearts here.
For a pretty substantial
Two
amount.
overs. So you can pick up 10, a queen, a heart, an ace, or a king. Allow him to continue, and he's going to see the turn.
Wow.
And that 8 is going to give TM an open ender to go along with his bottom pair.
I think Ken's probably going to have to give it up at this point.
TM's checked it over. Ken is going to try and pounce on this, I think.
I like to pick a hand that he would play, just in case we
Well, if TM had bet, Ken was definitely going to fold, I think. But now, TM is letting Ken hang himself.
3-9 of hearts or something. That would suck. Because if he lost, because he's not going to play that ever.
I'm pretty chunky there, 375, almost full pie.
events are like unrelated to one another.
I don't know how. Do you know if TM and Ken have played together before?
Probably
No, I don't think we ever had one, but we do have ice in the
both clear on the stream in the past.
in that refrigerator right
I
there.
mean, for TM, this is not a.
There's not much
He
ice
can
left.
feel
on the
super
bowl.
excited about just having bottom pair and a gut shot, or an open ender. But at the same time,
No, bro. And fold.
wow, he's
gonna
going to
make
give
a
it up.
fold.
Ken with the positional aggression going to get it through. You know, I remember back in the day, man, when an older gentleman bet, he had it. It's not
Yeah.
always the case anymore. Times have changed.
Yeah, all ages learning the art of aggression these days.
Let me big blinds. Me? Yes, sir. No, you're the 10.
You know, my wife won't watch these poker streams with me, but she's in the chat watching me commentate. Probably because she's hoping I will converse with her.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Whatever reason you have for watching this program, thanks for watching.
3-fold, 4-fold.
I say that to all of you watching across
5-fold, 7
YouTube,
races,
Twitch,
75.
Twitter, wherever else you might happen to be.
All right, optimize.
Press whichever buttons indicate that you enjoy this program, whether it's the like button or retweeting us or giving us a Twitch follow. Optimize just raises and takes it.
I had a pair. I had a pair.
It's going to take more than a single raise to get me off my promo. Look at the B-pips. We do see some players near or even below the Lottie line at 15% B-pip, as determined by all of you fine chat pros. It's up with a 5-3 of clubs. Blogger Jamin Burton says this hand never misses.
That's true, yes. That's right. I remember I saw that in his
Raise.
Hey, I had a really big pot that I won in the tournament the other day with the 5-3 of clubs, actually, where I had big blinds, and then I end up with a flush, and somebody overbets and somebody else calls. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when they're going high, you got to go low.
And we go heads up to a flop here.
There's the 3 in the
There's
door,
a
but
3,
queen,
and there's
but
a
we
couple
got
of clubs.
2 clubs. Ooh, this one's going to get
Optimize
spicy.
has a queen, but this hand hasn't quite missed yet. I mean, it's got a lot of potential. It's basically a coin flip. We go check, check.
Playing it slow.
7 of
There's the
clubs. It did not
and
miss.
Optimize has a 10 of clubs.
Yes,
He's probably
Optimize.
not folding.
Optimize is going to be looking for a bigger club on the river. Checks it, or Doug checks it over. Trying to get Optimize the bet out of here.
And Doug also picks up the straight flush draw here. The gut shot, he can hit a 6 of clubs.
225 from Optimize.
That would be a spicy river. Is Doug going to raise here? Wouldn't be thrilled if a 4th club comes on the river. Yep, he's
Raise.
going for it. Here it
750.
comes.
Makes it 750.
What do you do is optimize here. Let's check through on the flop. Flop top pair, you turn a flush draw.
Now you really hate this if you're Optimized.
Golf.
He does make the call.
Let's see a 6 of clubs on the river.
You want blood. Instead we get the King of Diamonds, which will make Optimize probably feel even less enthusiastic about the situation.
I don't know that Doug will be able to extract too much value here.
Have 2K in the pot here. If you're going to try and get Optimize to pay, how big are we going?
I mean, I'm a big fan of either a polarizing bet, which is, you know, pot or over pot, or go for a small bet that they just have to call.
Like, I probably go like about $500. The problem with this board is that everything got there on the turn.
The straight came in, the flush came in.
Doug is assembling what looks like
1750.
a large half pot.
Looks like there's 2 500s out there. He's betting 1800. Yeah, he's going for the big bet.
Graphic says 1800.
Was that your first time there, Jerry?
Making a polarizing bet here.
What's up?
Was that
He's
your
either
first
got
time?
it or he doesn't.
Yes, it was.
Optimize has to decide, does he want to call here?
I've never been there either.
Yeah. Go, man. You prefer tournaments, right?
Getting pretty
Not
violent.
really. I just
Decide, do I
play
believe you?
right
Just
now,
check
so I
through on the
just-
flop.
Yeah.
So what can Doug be representing here?
I mean, it's a good value field. You know, like a lot of the
That's
national
a
pros
Doug
out there,
did call a
they-
3-bet,
like there were
and then flop those check
check.
check. So
Optimize going to give him and show the queen.
5-3 suited.
All right, buttons, all right.
Getting it done,
That's
Jamon.
what's right.
Shout out to Jamon Burton. Jamon, if you're in the chat watching us.
Jamin.
Jamin?
Yes, Jamin.
Saying it wrong. I like Jamin.
You
Hey, man, we
watched
Jamin.
you've actually watched his vlog,
I
right?
watch a lot of vlogs, though. I don't pay attention to names.
It's a really good vlog.
Lucky I know my own
No,
name.
but seriously, Jamin has shown up in the chat on more than one occasion, so
Okay.
you never know.
Very cool.
You never know who's watching.
You know, his graphics and effects on his vlogs are like top god tier.
Yeah, it's
He's
like the
amazing.
best production value you're
It
going to
really
find in
is.
any poker vlog.
Amazing work. And I'll forgive him for playing 2-card poker.
Criminally underrated vlog, in my opinion.
Raise to
And he
75.
just celebrated his 50th birthday, too. So happy
Was that
birthday
50?
to
I didn't
James.
know. I'm not putting him on blast.
No, he talked about it. He had a big party and everything.
I saw the party. I just didn't know the age.
Yep, the big 5-0. Congrats, man. Optimize raising it up with the Queen 8 suited here in the low jack.
Good.
Big probably going to come along here, defend his big blind.
J-Win just flatting with jacks. J-Win with the J-Wins.
Wow. I'd like to see a squeeze there with the Jackson. Oh,
And
he
there's the
flops it.
fourth J-Win on the board.
Ooh, and
Big
optimize.
has 2 jacks. J-Win has 3 jacks. Optimized with the spade draw. Nobody with an ace.
Definitely going to see J-Win and Optimize continuing to turn here. Is Big going to get wrapped up in this with his 1% equity? Kobe saying Queen 4, the best hand in poker. I thought it was
Big
Jack
is-
4.
And Big is down to just runners. Like Big could have like running kings for a boat basically, and that's about it. And J-Win is going to just call with the set.
Big has a backdoor straight draw too. Could make the Broadway there, but
Okay.
he's got to go runner like you said.
Yeah. And
4 not
4
changing the
diamonds,
board
very
texture.
brick turn. Optimize going to just check it, try and hit that spade one last time, and he does.
Wow.
The deuce of spades on the river, giving Optimize the flush.
J-Win slow playing his set there on the turn to his detriment, letting Optimize get there. Bet on the turn gets it done.
A check raise on the flop probably gives him a lot of pause. J-Win going to check it over. He knows this is a problematic river for him, I'm sure.
Bet 450.
450 from Optimize, going to about 3/4 pot.
J-Win's probably going to pay this one off here.
Yeah, I think he's on the hook
I
here.
think his hand is too strong and too
He said
under rep for
Hoosiers
that
still. I'm
check
like, yeah,
back
they're
on the
playing
turn.
tonight. It probably will be tilting.
And the bet is just too enticing.
Here's a question. How is Big not folded yet? Big puts in the call with just second pair, and J-Win gets away with
He
his
knows
set.
one of them's got to have it.
And it is Optimize that has it.
Big saving J-Win $450 there. Because I'm pretty sure if Big does not
Yeah, I think
overcall there,
J-Win
J-Win's
owes
got to
him
pay
a
it
drink
off.
for taking a bullet for him there.
Yep.
We see Optimize dig himself out of the hole with that pot. TM still our big winner so far.
It'll be a bomb pot.
But
this
still
thing,
a
guys.
long way to go here on TCH Live. William Whitey, the New York knit with Poker Jesus alongside
The
him.
PLO knit.
PLO knit. Okay, PLO knit it is. Sure.
So that was my chance. Take
And
$2,500.
apparently realistic poker chatbot in the chat. And bots chat.
Stick Poker Chatbot. I love it. That's a great name.
We have a bomb pot happening.
Oh, hey, Joel. Joel's in there watching from Florida. Hey, buddy. Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. Sorry, I missed the chat there. I was watching that crazy hand.
Yeah, we'll get to you guys in the chat when craziness is happening.
Saying that was
Hope you're enjoying the show. If you want to see more of this, hit that subscribe button.
thinking-
Every
you're thinking
single
like
time
the
we're on the air. We're on the air at least 5 times a week.
Doug
Most of the
2.0.
Dallas locations. And here come the flops.
Getting out
We
one.
get that
That's an
double board
interesting
PLO
flop.
palm bot.
He feels insecure.
Okay, there's
All
some
right.
interaction with these boards here.
Big picking up the
I told him let's
flush
aim
draw
for
on
at least
both boards.
double-digit repeats.
Second nut flush draw. J-Win with the third nut flush draw, but blocking himself with 3 spades in his hand. Doug picking up a set on the top board. And Optimize picking up top 2 pair on the bottom board and
Top
pair
and
on the
bottom on
top.
the
Yeah.
top.
Top and bottom, yeah.
CM with not a whole lot. So
He's got the ace of spades blocked. He can bluff the spades. I don't
Yeah,
think it's
so-
going to work, but he can bluff it.
So Doug made it 150 with that set of 10s, which is a fairly one-way hand. Optimize making the call with his 2-pair. Big calling with his king high spades. And J-Win with his queen high spades. The king and the 7, so J-Win has turned the Broadway on top. On the bottom, it is Optimized out front with his kings and jacks at the moment.
850.
J-Win picking up jacks and 7s on the other board, though, too, so he can really start betting here. He's got
Does
the nuts
pot
on
it,
one board.
thinking
800.
he has scoop ability. He certainly has blockers.
He can fold out some better hands on the bottom board.
And Doug folds out his set.
his opponent has like a king-4 on the bottom board, they're probably going to lay that down, let his jack-7 possibly scoop.
Now, Optimize picks up a lot of equity with Doug's fold. So
Yeah, not at the table.
Optimize with the diamond draw on the top also has a cut shot to make a Broadway of his own.
He's got 3 pair on the top board. He's got top 2 pair on the bottom board. He's got the flush draw. He's got straight draws. Definitely continuing
He
there.
makes the call, heads up to the rivers. 7 of clubs and an ace of hearts is going to chop this pot if it gets the showdown. J-Win with the nuts on the top and Optimize with a lot of pairs on the bottom.
Problem here is if Optimize puts J-Win on the straight on the top board, he's also got to worry he could potentially have the straight on the bottom board. Optimize does not block Queen 10 here.
Very true.
So facing
And-
a big bet, he might lay it down.
17.
And J-Win does go 1,700, about 2/3 pot. Trying to get some value out of Optimize, who is not going to be all that excited to call with what is a very one-way hand at this point.
And Optimize cannot feel like he's winning on both boards here.
J-Win thrilled that he faded any kind of a snap where he could maybe be quartered. That is the thing about straights. They're a great way to get yourself quartered.
True, yeah, definitely. You want to have those nut flushes. Those straights can get in trouble. And, you know, I'm fine here with Optimize's
One or
fold.
both?
I was in a similar spot on the PLO stream here where Kenny had bet the river, and I was pretty much calling. I would have to call $200 to win $100 because I knew I was only winning one board, and I might be getting screwed.
If you play enough mixed games, like you get experience with those split pots, and you just have to become very conscious
No, I just had
whether you're drawing to the
800
entire
pound
pot
on both boards.
or half the pot, or sometimes half of the pot,
You probably got me in the bottom.
and consider your pot odds accordingly.
Very, very disciplined fool by Optimize there. Baba Yaga Forest Dweller in the chat saying, let's go. Where are we going? Let us know.
King, what are you doing there with ace king? Unless it's ace king like spades.
Back to Hold'em.
No, I had diamonds, which was the redraw.
So you got some ties to the New England area and the Florida area. You a Brady fan at all?
You know, I was never really a big sports guy. Watching football was kind of an excuse to eat pizza and drink beer. But when we moved from New England down to Florida, Brady follows. So we're pretty sure he's coming to Texas next.
So
I think he's following us, yes.
you heard it here first. Tom Brady to the Houston Texans.
Yeah, he's signing with the Texans any day now, I imagine. J-Win showing up with pocket kings in the big blind.
Takes a ginormous raise over Optimize with the 7-5 suited, which is one of my favorite hands that isn't actually a good hand, but it is pretty weak holding against this kind of action. But Optimize does defend.
He's got
He is in
position. They're
position.
both deep.
And he has absolutely none of that flop.
But J-Win can't be excited about an all-diamond flop either.
All diamonds. He has the black kings.
So
And
He
Optimize
checks
with
it over.
position, he might be able to barrel through the rivers here if he bets all three streets, but he's not going
Not to. He does turn a gut shot.
Turns a gut shot, needs that 4.
and they just have
Is J-Win going to let him get there?
come pulling down the board.
Right now, it appears the answer is yes. We go check, check.
And
Pot control,
And
there
there's
it
the
is.
4!
There's the 4, and he's going to get paid. Optimize is going to get paid here. There's no way he's going to put him on the straight. Unless he puts him on like an ace-5 raising, maybe.
That's a very specific range to give him, and he is going to go for the overbet, it looks like. $1,000.
I like it. Very polarizing.
Check, 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 and you have an overpair. How do you not pay here? How many 5s does has Optimize got as a raise call?
I would probably pay it off myself.
Yeah, so am I.
I don't think I'm good enough to fold the kings there.
A little more table talk.
Showdown.
He pays off.
5-7.
It's gotta be sick.
Runner.
It's like, God damn it. One time I have kings.
Runner. Never funner. So
Easy game. Makes it look so easy.
What's that? Oh,
Yeah, so like as a New Yorker, I am definitely not a Brady fan.
Okay, well, yeah, that's fair.
My wife saw a ton
Do we
of
think
games
that this
like
is the end of the line for him? Do we think that the last we saw of him was getting blown out
sounds like a good
by Dallas on that day?
and then we'll
You know, I don't know, man. I think he's gonna ride himself until he's dead. He's gonna keep pushing. You know, he's not. You know, sometimes you gotta say, hey, I'm gonna go out on top.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd hate to see him go out on the bottom, just pushing himself.
Like he was sub 500 in a crappy division this year. Like NFC South, arguably the worst division in the league. And don't at me on that.
I don't ever do anything.
Yeah, and who knows? I mean, Tampa doesn't seem like it's going to have a roster for him next year to
Yeah,
have pieces around him.
I remember when they were at that halftime with the 28-3
With Atlanta.
and I was.
You mean when Kyle Shanahan didn't know how to run a clock down in the second half?
Well, I'm
the
telling
first
you,
time?
what was funny is I was working for this company and we had a group chat going, and everybody hated Brady. And so they were all like, oh, stick a fork in him, he's done. And I'm like, you guys have no idea. You've never witnessed. Tom Brady only needs like 30 seconds in the fourth quarter. That's all he needs, man. Yeah, and I was just like, I was telling him, here it comes. And then in the second half, man, he started coming back. And I was like, hey, where'd you guys go? You got real quiet in this chat all of a sudden. That was an amazing game.
They have to
See
learn.
a battle of under pairs. Optimizes sixes are ahead. And they have a gut shot. We go check.
We're going to keep a small pot here.
That's a straighty, flushy board, which will probably just impress neither player.
Yeah, neither player can really feel all that great betting here unless one of them tries to bluff. The threes bluff, they might get it through.
Pretty hard to tell that story at this point. They go check. The sixes will be good for optimize.
Yoga?
I know that there's like chatter that Brady could go to Vegas, but does he really want to get his butt kicked by Patrick Mahomes twice a year? By Justin Herbert twice a year?
You're running the mill.
Who knows? Maybe even Russell Wilson if he gets a coaching upgrade and an offensive line upgrade.
We get the tail of the tape here. TM and Optimize and Preston are bigger winners here. Doug with a slight profit. Everyone else in the red, but again,
They
still
win
early.
with that unfortunate cooler earlier.
Yeah,
And Mo the Cat with a hot take here. I mean, okay, Mo the Cat, I have to say, that's not the worst hand that Jay Wynn has ever played. That's definitely not true. I know that for a fact. I was at the table for a hand that I would like. I don't like to say that players are playing badly, but like if there's a more questionable hand, like it was actually one where he double teamed one time on stream, where he decided to call off with like a third pair and a gut shot.
Oh, wow.
And I had aces.
That'd be pretty sick.
You know, I think that Jalen's mishap tonight was that hand where he had the set of jacks three ways. I really think if he bet that turn, he would have protected himself from that flush draw.
Yeah, I probably check raise the jacks on that board just because I'm going to hate any spade and I'm going to hate any
Straightening
random
cards.
I'm going to hate exactly any random gut shot that somebody might have.
For sure.
Like there's just a lot of runouts that are going to suck from my hands.
I mean, definitely coming from the PLO background, sometimes you want to bet your own hand because just people have so many outs, so many ways to beat you. And even here in Hold'em when you're in a multi-way pot.
Like let's say like you can live and die by the trap. Like let's say it bricks, like do they keep firing?
Right. How
If
are you going to
yes,
get
then
paid if you didn't
great
get your
trap,
value
yeah.
on the previous
That's the
streak?
thing. Some of these guys will keep firing. And I've definitely played some hands where like I've got aggressive opponents, and like I'm gonna just buckle up.
We're making our way through the rest of the.
Another time I get aces and I quickly get a 3-bet and a call from some pretty aggressive players, and if I call, stack to pot's gonna be like 2.
Okay.
So I call. And then the rest of it goes in on the flop because, well, aggressive player's going to be aggressive.
Yep.
So the core of it.
And it worked out. It's just like I know I'm never folding. I'm intentionally under-repping myself against players who are going to fire.
Yeah, he's
And so that may have been the thinking there. As far as paying off with the kings, I mean, like I think if you take that line, Mel, I think you have to pay river. Like you're not going to.
With all the checking that went on,
Yeah, exactly.
it's hard to put him on a 5.
We're not folding the overpair. Like, this is a situation where, again, like, you're very under-wrapped.
Oh, I'm familiar with it. I know it's software. I see people.
Like, when you check back, like queen 3 deuce, how many overpairs is he going to have? How many aces and kings is he going to have? Not too many.
Right here.
You can get on there and you can just ask it anything. You can ask it to do anything.
And he looks like a genius when optimized just has the queen.
Exactly.
So we are being a little results-oriented.
Math problems
As we see
that can be solved by
a little gut shot for Doug and a lot of
Backdoor for
checking.
TM here, backdoor hearts, backdoor straight.
And Jack 8's the best hand to begin with. And now Doug picks up well, he had a cut shot.
He still had that
He didn't
6.
pick anything else. I was thinking he might have had a second cut shot, but he doesn't. And we go check, and the queen of hearts
Yeah, right. Really,
does
there's
not
stuff in it we
complete.
do
And
it
all you have to do
well.
is breathe on this pot. And it's
So
yours.
anyway, I prompted it. I said,
Check, and Jack high gonna be the winner.
Doug's not going to try to bluff with his 8 high. Pot just isn't big enough.
but I was like, okay, like, here's the thing, Jet, you can get it. Here's where you'll hand.
And if you ever do find yourself craving a bit of TCH life history, our YouTube channel has all of our past shows, the hundreds and hundreds of shows that we've done across Austin and Dallas at this point over these last 3+ years. 50,000 subs, amazing just to think that we've actually made it to 50,000 subs. TCH Live Poker on YouTube.
We're still holding pretty steady here at 174 watching the stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. Say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're
Likely
from.
elicit like an emotional reaction.
Yes, let us know where you're watching from.
Well,
right?
you gave them
Just
to me,
33
and it was
likes.
very
We could get some more likes.
And
33 likes
get
is
to-
unacceptable. What are
let's
people
get-
doing out there?
Let's get to 50
yeah,
by
I
the
mean,
top
just
of
like
the hour. How about
something creative.
that?
Call your grandmother. Have her like the channel.
Preston makes it
I
75
love how
with the
comfortable
ace
you
queen,
are
which is my
in
favorite
playing.
hands in the whole wide
One of
world.
your greatest qualities.
And big in the low jack with his
I mean, like, I
king
could
7.
come up with somebody would say.
Earlier we saw him call with the king jack in that spot.
Anyway, well,
Save
that
Jay
one got
wins some
her-
money.
That one got him going. You know what I mean? So
Get a heads up
that
flop
was
here.
one. Anyway,
See something spicy.
then
I would
Ace
be like,
queen.
did you fall off a ladder?
Ace and
Oh, there's the
But
spades.
spades, big has
There it
swapped the
is.
flush.
Well, yeah, because it's so
Preston needing
like,
runner, full house here to pull ahead.
But my wife,
Looks like we would check.
is
6 is going to pair on the turn, so now Preston picks up a few outs, and ace or 6 will fill him up.
hear good things about themselves. They
And we're going to see
they
big
won't even
bet
question
$65.
when
Goes
it's something
pretty
that
small, just
delicious.
trying to
They just they can't
milk
help
whatever
but
you
want it
can
and love it,
out
so
of
they
it.
just give it.
That's tight holding.
So she just gives in. And anyway, we're
Preston
making our way
gonna
through the
look
20.
for an ace
We're
or
in the latter
6.
half, and when we get to the end,
And he gets the
Oh, he
ace.
gets
Aces
the
full of
ace. Oh,
sixes.
God.
Nightmare for big.
The problem here is
do it,
that
man.
hey man, if I bring her up here,
paying
like
off. I mean, he paid off
check in
earlier
the
with the
front
king
door,
jack.
run up
Let's
there.
see. He might not let go of his flush.
And now Preston's going to leave the river saying, I have an ace. Going to go half pot. Like, I have an ace. Pay me, please, with a 6. He raises.
He
Big
raises
put
him.
in a raise.
Oh my God.
They do not,
Gets-
when they tell you I have a problem, and they tell
He
you
just called.
I
Preston
mean,
just called.
maybe
Preston-
he's worried he's got the ace jack in that spot.
Yeah,
He can't really get value from a bluff.
true.
He's either chopping or he's beat.
Yeah, Preston makes the call.
they bond
And
through conversation.
Big going to get a chunk
We
taken out of
avoid
him.
Big getting unlucky there for his opponent who had 3% equity, I believe, on the flop to go runner, and hit his full house. And that is essentially, that was a PLO hand for me.
No matter how much I
Yeah,
work,
those backdoor equities
That's,
happen
yeah.
sometimes.
I've lost as a 97.5% equity favorite, so I definitely feel the pain there for Big. That was a brutal
you
one.
say no.
Whether I've lost is a bigger favorite than that.
Okay, well, nobody likes to show off, sir.
Yeah.
You look her right in the eye and say,
You know, every now and then he's got top set,
What? They smell it.
and then they're under pair back towards it.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
That is
that
insane.
happens. You know, that happens.
That's all skill.
Absolutely. Like every poker book, like there, you shouldn't buy any poker book that does not have a chapter on how to make runners against
How to
top
make
set.
backdoor
How to make
quads.
backdoor quads.
Backdoor
like, get
quads.
perfect.
Jay went in here with pocket sixes and a low jack, just going to limp in, calling the $25 straddle. TM in the small blind with the ace-7. Canada raising it from the big blind to 100, king 5 offsuit. Sensing weakness.
been kidnapped.
Jay has something playable and position. He's going to come along. Let's see what the flop brings. Nobody going to be thrilled about that. Ken does have backdoor straight and flush draws here.
The question
Jay
was,
going to have
all right, so
shuffle
now here I
continue.
am, right? it all started
Ken bets,
really
and it
good
looks like he
intention.
is going
Like
to.
15 compliments into this, and she's reacting, right? Like she's really like, I'm loving these really kind things you're
That's a
saying.
chunky
man.
man.
Like,
You gotta ask
she's
for
really
20 more,
getting
man.
into it.
220.
Well, you know, it's like,
Pot size
am I
back.
digging the hole deeper if I just keep it
Jay
up?
Wood's gonna have
And
trouble.
then
There's
she
not
like
any
stumbles in
turn
and my
cards he's gonna
computer's
have
open
to
to
see.
chat GPT. Like, it's just like success.
You guys
I
do a
don't know.
month trip of
I feel like
Amazon
I'm
with no
hiding
phone,
something.
you're like,
Not
I feel like I'm hiding.
these young whippersnappers push him around. He's pushing them around. I love it.
I think this is a pretty clear no set no bet situation.
Right, for sure.
hey, almost everything has been set. Just because we don't need to reinvent it.
The other thing I did was just shut up.
Another chapter that would be mandatory in any poker sport this way, right?
Right.
No set, no bet.
No set, no bet.
Ace king is a drawing
Tight
hand.
is right.
Hashtag tight is right.
No, I put it in lunch. Four,
Hold that line.
get it in lunch, right? Well, now I got like two.
All right, Jay, I'm disappointed in you guys. You're supposed to let us know where you're watching us from. Let us know where you
That
are.
was so cool.
I told him a little bit about my kids too. I told him to write me a school
And then
note.
this one you
I
already know.
won't stalk you, I promise.
It's done a pretty phenomenal.
Tell me where you are.
They watch what you do, they don't pay any attention to what you say.
Jalen
Raise
puts
it
up
225.
his ace jack. Optimized with the pass this time, putting in the quick 3-bet up to 225.
I'm telling you, man, you got to be thinking about ways you can use
I'm
it.
thinking about getting spicy. 7-3 suited here on the button. No, he's going to let it go. That would have been interesting.
Big with the ace 10 offsuit.
We've seen Big making calls before. Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
This feels to me that feels more like a 4-better fold, more likely a fold.
For sure.
Instead, we're going to
Facing-
go with
facing
flop
a bet in the
optimized
raise.
way ahead. And 4-4-3 on the flop is going to keep him comfortably ahead.
Like it's not
I
connected.
think the cameraman must have been drinking there a second ago, got a little blurry.
And every now and then it happens. Do not adjust your monitor.
Everything's connected to the internet.
Jay Wynn's got some backdoor clubs.
Best 275.
Probably has a dial
I heard him making some noise earlier. It's
Good
like,
flop for his hand. Shouldn't be difficult for his opponents to continue, but see if Big wants to chase the lead. Backdoor
plugged a floppy
not.
disk into it. I was like,
Jay Wynn letting it go right from the so and optimize taking down the nice punch. All right, kicker problems. Watching from snowy Montana. I do not envy snow. I lived most of my life in Massachusetts and I do not ever want to go back to snow.
no, the one that had like the long.
I like a little bit
It
of
looked like a
snow.
bunch of series of little.
I don't like
balls
it
that
for
were
the
like
snow.
wave.
Give me like an inch, maybe 2 inches of snow.
I like the fall season and the change of the leaves and the colors. That's definitely the thing I probably miss most as far as temperatures and so forth from the New England area.
1992.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
kicker problems. It's been a heat wave lately with highs in the 40s.
Hey, Jay Wynn, okay, he's the straddle. We know that Jay Wynn has this team going number one. The ace of spades, the eight of spades, eight of hearts, rather. But we'll get to that in a moment.
We have one that has like
One race to 102
50,
fold.
and he has games, and one that has like
King,
30,
queen, 10,
10 to 60.
maybe an open.
Were yours?
Big coming along, Jay Wynn coming along with that. Pair of eights.
Are you still on good terms?
Nobody
Or
gonna
was
like
that a
this one.
casualty of war?
Check, check.
10 with the gutter. Jay Wynn with the best hands at the moment.
The terms are always good.
And
I
now
just never
Big
like went out
picking
of
up
my
a
way
gutter
to
of his
get
own.
it, but like these are also like
Pocket eights is still ahead.
12 plus.
Looks like Big is a settled
That's
steps
150.
and he's going to fire out
Girl,
there.
her name was this.
Well, I
do
think
this
there-
together. I
think
left my
there's
Nintendo over there.
Well, I think there's a business idea, like return stuff to your
for
like
big,
app
this may
as
work.
a service where you like pay a third party and like somehow
I think these
share
guys
it
are talking about a Nintendo business or
and
something.
then there's like a neutral person like Uber Eats or something that like gets and picks it up for a service fee.
Imagine if they have like a new boyfriend living over there and he answers
And
the door.
10 gets out of the
Hey,
way.
I'm here to
But
pick up
right.
all the last guy's stuff.
He moved out 3 days ago. I was like, what?
All right, Charles in the chat from Arizona in Hillsboro, Texas today. Keep on trucking. All right. Glad to have you in the state, brother. Drive safe.
Hillsboro, Texas. I go past that every time I go north. That's where 35 splits.
Actually, Hillsboro was the name of one of the counties, the county where Tampa, Florida was. So. All right, we got Arena in Forney, Texas. We're talking about a possible flurry or two on Tuesday.
Get your bread and milk now. It's the ends of the world.
She's quilting.
At Texas and snow don't mix very.
Yeah, I've heard the same about North Carolina and so forth. You guys don't have the sanding trucks and all that.
Not great.
Or the salt or whatever
Yeah.
put down on the roads.
Like they'll put the de-icing stuff on the roads around here, or use on the major highways if there's something in the forecast. But it's always so effective. Such a gutter, and nobody really looking their hands.
That's a backdoor diamonds
diamonds for big
materializing
now.
here. Big definitely going to continue. And there's the straight for Doug.
Check.
Big not going to be able to pay it off. Now, if Big had had 6-7 there, that would have been a fun river.
That would be a fun river.
Jason, will you post?
Martinez 07 saying Texas Card House, absolute best place to play poker. Much love from California. Thanks a lot for that. Thanks for being here in the chat. And yeah, TCH is a pretty awesome place to play, whether you're playing here in Austin or up in Dallas, out in Spring, Texas, a little bit north of Houston, or down in the Rio Grande Valley. Well run rooms all around. And hope you all get to join us here sometime.
Such a prick. I don't know why I come here.
I think he did it on accident.
8 fold, 9 folds, 1 fold.
He's got some personality issues. You know,
2 raises 75.
single at 65 years old.
Big showing up with the best hand here, ace 10 suited.
Raise.
Not afraid to 3-bet that hand.
4 fold.
Like on the button, you could consider just calling heavy position with a hand that doesn't mind being multi-way. Maybe straight two flushes.
Preston raising from the steal position in the cutoff.
He's got king 3 and
Is he going to re-raise? He's thinking, is he trying to save face? Or is he going for a re-pop here?
would be a pretty ambitious move. We see that
Stacks aren't that deep at this point with these two.
Big
Oh,
hasn't
here
been
it
that big of a
comes.
fan on folding tonight.
Raise. Oh, these internet kids clicking buttons.
He has, in fact, clicked that raise button.
What do you do in big spot here?
700.
He's probably just going to call and see a flop. That's going to set up a pot-sized bet going to the river, or going to the flop here.
He does make a call.
Heads up.
KJ going to pull these chips into the pot, heads up to the flop.
Praying to hit through. Nothing for anybody.
Yeah, or just grab and flip.
First one to bet's going to win it.
The floor's not going to do anything. So.
Preston knows his sport can't really hit big too well. Guess he's got an overpair.
Preston going to follow through here. It looks like he's going to.
The problem is he blocks ace-king. If he puts on his opponent an ace-king,
But it's a good thing ace-queen is a thing.
yeah, that's true too. Have to be worried about an overpair here, though.
Preston going to put about a third of his stack in the middle,
Year and a half old. No, 2 years.
550, and gets the fold. Very unconventional play there.
Now, if Big had an overpair, he was getting looked up.
Yeah, if Big had an overpair, then Preston was pretty screwed there.
Well, that's probably why he bet so little. He knew if
Other than it's crowded.
if he shoved, he was really getting called when he's beat. So he's trying to bet small, try to get him off an ace-king, ace-queen type hand.
Famous last words of any Holden player. I put you on ace-king.
I put you. Oh God, yes. Hear that all the time.
That's true. That's why we started looking for another school. You know, those Apache shore creatures, Doug-looking people, you know.
All right, TM with the suited ace-5.
Man,
That's the new
65.
hotness these days.
A lot of trailer park.
Come in for 65. Preston with diamonds. Oh, let's call and see a diamond flop. Keep it spicy.
2 caller, 3 fold.
I'm not rooting against you, Preston. I just want action. I want blood in the water.
About ace
J-Win
jack
with
for
a
J-Win.
suited ace jack.
4 caller, 5 fold.
Definitely coming along on the button.
But he's doing it. What do we got there? 7?
Doesn't want to re-raise and get blown off his equity. Doesn't opt to take the squeeze play here with the collar in between. Jason coming along with the queen 8. Ambitious.
I think he's figuring he's got pot odds,
And
and
there
he's
he
going to
goes.
get rewarded with the queen in the window. TM also flopping a pair here.
Nobody else really having much of anything.
Having a real flushy.
Check. 2 check.
Probably checks all around here.
And check.
To the turn we go. 9 of spades, nobody holding a spade.
Preston picking up a gut shot, needing a jack. Jason not having a very strong queen and being out of position, but everyone's checked, so
Bad. 1 6.
comes the bet. There's no one has much of anything. The 9 shouldn't have changed much. Guy with the worst hand is going to take it down, getting there on the flop. Preston increasing his earnings to 1.8. Optimize up there with 1.3, TM 1.1. Those are our big winners so far. J-Win over 2,000 down, big over 1.5. Can they recover? We still have a number of hours left in the stream. Stay tuned to this channel.
Dude,
And it's not just rough hollow.
yeah.
You know, they're pulling kids from Sweetwater.
Uh-huh.
Which is fine, you know,
everybody
but it's
wants
like not just rough hollow, right? It's rough hollow, it's Sweetwater. I think maybe that might be it. But like, dude, look at how many homes are in number of tests.
Oh, I mean, it's bananas.
And it's all like
and
families with kids.
But it's not going to slow down.
We'll bet
It's going to
75.
continue to grow, probably more in those areas than any other area Lakewood. So they need to.
J-Win making it 75 from the cutoff.
I guess
Still,
build
like,
on
fine,
it.
like,
Doesn't look like
seem
anyone's going to pick
given
up a
those-
strong enough hand, but TM with a suited
annoying that
10-4 is coming along. He's going to defend the straddle.
It was suited.
It was suited. And the cameraman drinking on the job again.
766. I could tell it was 766.
J-Win picking up some backdoor diamonds, backdoor straight opportunities here. TM with the backdoor clubs.
Bet 60.
Nobody can really be thrilled with this board.
Probably could.
J-Win
It's
is
that last
pre-flop aggressor.
stretch.
He's going to continue telling the story. And TM coming along. He's going to float.
Well, no, you can get from the interior.
Out of position. What's his plan?
Can?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
He's probably going to try
You can go
repping this
kind of
card.
up the butt into it.
Well, so from where we
He's
are,
checking. Is
From where we are,
10-4
you have to get
correct
on
for what he's
to,
holding? Maybe he has an ace. Is card reader right?
Highland.
Check.
Well, soon
On the
enough.
sidewalk. But then you
It wouldn't
come
surprise
up,
me if he defended straddle with that.
Look at that.
second
And,
right through the neighborhood.
now
and come
J-Win actually picks up an 8.
back. So no, you never have to get on.
Just like to see TM bet the turn there with that
before you
hand.
get to the roundabout.
Calling the
Before
flop
you
if
get to
you're
the
not going
roundabout,
to bluff the
first
turn.
right, you cut through back there. and
Especially on a board like that.
Right.
10 high probably isn't going to win at showdown.
No, everyone dropped check.
And now he's
Showdown.
okay. He's going to check. He needs to be thinking about it. Now
J-Win
J-Win going to
taking
say, "I have showdown value
showdown
now."
value,
We
definitely.
have some neighbors around the corner from us that their kids bought.
That value will prove sufficient.
Bomb pot this same.
I hear talk of a bomb pot.
Always love those.
Tell you what, with these, we got these boring cameras, but you're a draw game player. We talked before the show. If you play some draw games, you should still be able to read those cards, even with all the blur. Hey,
They
across.
bounce around a lot.
I see 3 across. So that's got to be a 6, a 7, or an 8.
I know Daniel Negreanu likes to peel his cards.
Be nice to the cards. Don't peel them to the point where you're denting them, people.
I look at them right away. I get them on my my little camera there. I don't need the anticipation. Just let me know if I'm playing or not. Let me look at what I got.
Yeah.
I don't like to slow the game down.
And you break the cards.
Yeah, you
And
mess
then they
them
call
up.
for setup, and then the board monitors the entire table for mangling yet another deck of cards.
All right, we got a 7-5 deuce on the top board, rainbow, and king 10 deuce, rainbow on the bottom board. Let's see who has what here.
Not going to be a lot of scoopability
All
here.
right, TM with an open-ender, yep, and he's got a gut
and
shot.
another open-ender.
He's got
two open-enders.
Oh yeah, he's open-ended on the other board, you're right.
Jack 8, 7, 4 is not a lot. 10, 9,
Bet
8, 3.
Ace, queen, jack, 9, we got a big wrap for big, but he's only playing one board at the moment. Top 2 pair for J-Win, betting it out, and he's got bottom pair on the other board and some backdoor non-nut straight draws.
CM going to continue with that queen, jack 8, 6, which has the 2 open-enders.
And Big would really love to see a heart on the top board here.
And
There
he-
it is,
he
there
sees
it
a
is.
heart and he
And
sees
now
an
he's
ace.
picked up equity and he picks up the nuts on the bottom board. Big is going nowhere, and he has scoopability here. It's a great turn cards on both. And TM turning the nuts here, but he's getting practically free roll. He does have a pair and an open-ender on the top board.
He does have the 4 diamond draw on the bottom, but the only diamond draw.
Now
And
Big
he's
can,
going to fire out $400.
Big can hit a 10 on the top board as well as a
Big
heart.
is going to go all in, and Jalen's going to just get out of there.
Oh, and a call.
Yeah, TM can't fold with the nuts on one board and draw on the other. Ace, not
We get
going
an
to change
ace, and we
anything.
get a 3 of
Sorry,
hearts.
queen
If
jack
only
on
we
the bottom
switch those rivers,
and then
TM is going to get quartered.
an ace.
So
Big going to win 75%
Ace
of
is good on
pocket.
top.
yeah, Big would be.
Yeah, they both have the
So,
same.
so
on the
Big and
bottom.
TM both have the queen jack for Broadway on the bottom. Big is winning the top board with his pair of aces. That's right.
TM with a pair of 8s getting outdrawn on that river.
You guys had all kinds of.
What I was going to say before they just all started acting was Jalen did have the dry king of diamonds, which is a card that you could consider bluffing with. That said, you don't have the chance when somebody moves all in ahead of you.
True. And the problem, too, is you want to have something on the other board as well.
It was a terrible bluff.
And you also need opponents capable of folding. There are certain players I'll run the dry ace on, and there are other players definitely not, because they'll call you down with an 8 high flush. They don't care.
Yeah, Big doesn't seem like the folding type tonight.
Nope, Big is definitely in there. He's mixing it up. And he's going to win a nice chunk on this one. And he's taking a little dent in that loss, so he's making his way towards unstuck.
1 pot at a time. Nice roll, Peter.
J-Win still suffering here, down over 2,000. He's going to need to set up some kind of cooler hand here.
Well, you know what? We don't have to rub it in, though.
No, I
J-Win
want
with some work to do.
I want to see him get a cooler, man. I want to see action. I want to see J-Win. Let's get him out of that hole. Getting unlucky earlier with that rivered flush against his set. Brutal spot.
Now we definitely can.
They've got the pot pushed, and going to get these cards shuffled up, and we're going to keep going here.
I mean, she's like a good
She need to get to the other side of this relationship challenge.
People are winning on the gamble. I think I can do it again. I think it's been long enough. Let's go. Another
Will
10 ball coming.
fueling his gambling addiction here in the chat.
Degenning off some of these
Big money, no
fake
whammies.
internet points.
All right, people.
Eagerly awaiting the result.
Raise to 100.
Oop, Big showing up with the ace queen and the low jack ace queen suited, raising it up to 100.
6 call.
Optimized with
7
pocket
call.
7's going to call on the button.
9 fold. 1 fold.
So we've got a flip of sorts.
Flip, we're going heads up here.
2 overs versus a pair. Who we got? How about a straight flush gut shot for Optimize to go along with the best hand as it is?
And I usually do win.
Go buy one.
Checks to me.
And Well, Big's been doing a lot of calling tonight. I don't know that he's going to call a bet here.
Bet 150.
Outside continues.
Optimize playing really well
Button
tonight.
card.
It's a shiny. Shows the key card there. That's 7 of diamonds. Doesn't even matter what the other card is. That's 7 of diamonds. Good enough to put some money in. Hey, look, I won.
Out of here.
Doug's been telling me to start
Hey, this is paying out tonight, guys.
getting it in lighter so we can make more money. So.
As I say, that negligible bubbles it, unfortunately. 50 is just 1 point short of not losing.
You know what you guys need now? You guys need to get a TCH crypto coin. Make some real money.
Oh, that sounds like a scandal waiting to happen. I don't own any crypto.
Barrels on
I
9.
don't touch the script. I don't touch the crypto.
I tried it years ago, man, and I was always at the wrong time, so I just stay out of it.
Yeah, no crypto for me. How about pocket sevens for Jaywin, though? He has made it 75.
25.
And Doug, some call it the dirty diaper, some call it the skinny. He calls it a hands worthy of making it 325, and he's going to run smack into an ace-king for TM.
You think TM's just going to shove here? I mean, that's a pretty big raise to 325. It's an awkward stack size.
If I'm TM, I'm just putting it in.
Yeah. I think it's an awkward stack size for him to raise. He can't fold at that point. Just apply max pressure.
You love it if they fold a pair. I mean,
For
Jaywin's going to fold a pair of sevens
Pick up,
in all likelihood
easy.
here.
Doug can't call.
Ace-king would love for a pair to fold.
Plus TM's out of position in the small blind here. You got to shove, get rid of that positional disadvantage. But he's just raising.
That was
Okay.
Going to go for a smaller size.
Is he deeper than 1.8 maybe? It looks like he might have more than 1.8.
That seems possible. Sometimes they do miss an add-on. They'll just pull the pink chips out and not tell production. And
Yeah, because for sure, if he had 1.8, that's a shove spot, I think. If
and
he's
Doug's
deeper-
going to cop to having 3-bet the 3 deuce as he folds.
Doug's showing he's willing to get spicy.
Charles wondering how long it takes to get points. So every 10 minutes where you put something in the chat, you get a point.
He was trying to be heads
That's
up.
one way to get a point. Less reliably, like sometimes if you sub, you'll get the points for watching. Like I said, that doesn't seem to work as reliably. The other way to get points would be to support this program in the form of a super chat.
I'm in position, guys.
You're watching on YouTube, there's a little $sign in your chat. You could press the button, follow the instructions, and throw a bone to us and the production team. Kristen and I think now Mel pressing
Raise
the buttons
108.
this evening for us. So, yeah, those are the ways to earn points.
Optimizing the hijack, raising up to 7-5 suited. TM defending the button with Jack 10 off.
All right.
And we're going heads up to a flop here.
It's fun. The program is very
7 in the window. And gut shot for TM.
Yeah. But once again, it's hard to make a pair. Optimize probably going to continue here. Flop's pretty good for him. Now, if TM had Jack 10 of clubs, that would be very spicy. But he does have backdoor clubs here. Optimize probably not going to be thrilled with many turn cards. TM going to float on the button.
Every morning.
Two overs, a gut shot, backdoor clubs. Deuce not changing anything. Optimize has got to like that. I'm really worried about his opponent showing up with a 10-9, ace-9, maybe king-9 suited. I feel his sevens are good unless he's up against those specific hands. Our hijack versus buttons, so ranges are wider.
Bet 225.
Optimize recognizing it, going for the bet. Protect against the club draws.
There's no makeup.
Get value from them at the same time.
That would have been hilarious. That would have been the
Thank you for
best.
the offer.
Yeah.
But
TM thinking about making a move here.
It's hard to say.
No, it does your makeup. You come to show up at the poker deck.
I don't know. My brother has a son. He's like, he'd be a lot different than a boy. It's like, I don't know.
That's the Poker Monkey winning 50,000 TCH live loyalty points.
Come.
TM still going forward. Diamonds doesn't change anything on the river. Optimize probably going to check call here.
Things are different then.
Will TM fire? Will he try to take it away? He didn't earlier with that 10-4.
Not a bad guy, never.
This is going to be the best match.
Be silent. Don't be noticed.
About showing up Jack high here. He wants to
It looks like it might be.
wrong. He's going to check. Getting up.
And I told my
Check,
dad
check.
about it.
Pairs, two pairs, 7. No,
Down there,
11.
one of my neighbors' old friends.
Rena, I pretty much get the reference that you're making with that last that post there.
Be an Asian guy. Just looks like a.
If you're even
Has
trying
the
to
same
make that
like.
reference, I think
No,
you're
he just
making
look. He just has the same like build and height. That's not him though.
Wrestled the state champion.
You probably don't know what I'm talking about.
I have
Poker
no
Jesus.
idea what's going on.
Well, you know, there's Poker Monkey rolled a 99, and he posted a bunch of
We
red
actually
balloons.
thought we were gonna win.
Oh, 99 left balloons.
Yes, there
Yes.
you go. There you
Okay,
go.
okay.
Well done.
Gotcha,
well
gotcha,
done.
gotcha. I'm an 80s guy, man.
Yeah. Anyone else here get what the hell I'm talking about? Probably not.
I'm going to be turning 46 on my birthday, which just happens to be when I'm playing on the PLO stream here, February 2nd,
Yeah,
Thursday.
you told me this already.
Looking forward to winning some birthday cash. Hopefully Patty will show up and give me a nice birthday present. Got to optimize Queen Jack and the Low Jack here, making it $100.
Yeah, I feel like she might owe you a pot after the way that last one ended.
You know, hey man, more power to her. At least I won on the stream. I'm happy. It was my first time. Broke my cherry.
I'll tell you what,
let's
though,
go.
I am gonna have to try and spoil that party.
Oh, you're coming in?
I
Are you
will
playing
be
on the stream?
playing in that
All right.
game.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
We're gonna go 4 ways to a flop here.
This is more what I'm used to with PLO. 4 ways to the flop, and we got a nut flush draw
Yeah,
for Big.
you
He's
used
not
to,
going anywhere.
Are you used to pretty much everybody whiffing the flop? I mean, Big does have the nut spades.
No, I mean in
despite what the
PLO,
graphics
everyone
say,
hits
yeah.
a piece of something. You can't. You got 4 cards. How can you miss?
Be surprised.
I don't know if these graphics are right. I thought there was 2 spades.
There
out
are
there.
2 spades.
Yeah, there are 2 spades.
I think
Okay.
the burn got scanned.
Yeah, we got a 5 of spades.
And
That looks like
TM
instead of
decided
3 of
with
diamonds.
second pair he's going to continue here.
Call. Fold and fold. Reds up.
Optimize only facing a 1 over card, so he's going to come
Big
along.
calls. We're going to go heads up to the turn, which is a 10 of clubs. So another over for TM.
Graphics. showing
Yeah, I think the
different
wrong
board.
cards are getting scanned.
Yeah.
Big is going to get there, not the way he was hoping. He does make a pair of aces. And after turn goes check, check, I think he is going to fire out about a third pot, 225.
Tim's got to wonder if he had a king, is he really going to bet with the ace on the river? So what is he putting him on? He might pay him off here. Might look like a busted spades, which it is.
Yeah.
But
Good
he
news,
wound up
bad news.
getting
The
there.
spades missed,
Seat open.
but the nut spades made top pair.
And that spades made top pair. That's true.
Yeah, where are you at? Where's all that money from
In
Monday?
relation to this pot size, he's getting almost 4 to 1 on a call.
He's going to take those
Gonna look
odds.
him up, and I can't blame him. I can't blame him too much there.
Big's going to be the beneficiary.
Price was right.
It was.
And Big finding the perfect bet size to squeeze out that thin value.
So we see optimized the winner at
You know
this
what?
point.
The slow roll do that.
Seems like that.
Big almost unstuck. He's getting there. He's fighting back. He's
have
fighting
it?
back. Things are starting to go his way.
Oh, that'd be good.
I mean, you know what? You couldn't
If
slow
any of
roll
you
me
are interested in
successfully
playing on
because
TCH Live, be it here in Austin or Dallas, the link to express interest in that just popped by the chat a few moments ago. Click that link or
Not
click
as
the
long
link
as I
in
slow
any of our video descriptions.
I have a
We ought to
fragile
have a slow roll.
Questions
I have a
and get you in
fragile
touch
heart,
with production
but how about this?
about appearing on a future TCH Live program.
One each. Deal?
Every Monday and Thursday we're airing out of
I don't know if I can
TCH
see it.
Austin.
all right, but it
Sometimes
expires
2.5,
tonight.
sometimes 5:10, sometimes PLO about once a month or so.
Bet 75.
Out of Dallas every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Saturday is the final table of the weekly Dallas tournament. Be sure to check
No
that
free
out.
money, baby. You're gonna have to do a
Guarantees there
little
get as
work.
big as
You're gonna have to see
50K.
back this spot. Act like you
TexasCardhouse.com
have
for
something.
complete details there. Tuesday's the big 25, 50. And it's usually like 5, 5, 10 or 5, 10, 5 on Wednesdays out of Dallas. Great shows. We have lots of checking here. We have a slow motion coin flip in progress. Optimize,
Really, we're supposed to bet the turn.
attempting to prove that deuces never loses.
Optimize with a stranglehold with 2 pair.
Check, showdown.
Hit and run.
And
Taking
he's
a
going to
shot
win.
on value.
2 pair.
Easy game.
Cooler.
Things going well for Optimize tonight. Playing well, running well. Showing us how it's done.
I'm not gonna be in there with dog shit. So.
Thank you, sir.
This is probably
Hello
about
to Mo the Cat and Laser Cat Alpha. Any relation?
It's a lot of cats.
A lot of cats. I got 3 cats at home. Hashtag cat gang.
On my way out of my house, a black cat walked across my my sidewalk.
You should have turned right around and went back inside.
Hey, the last cat that I had was black, and she was a good cat.
Don't bet any money.
Yeah, Charles, TCH Dallas, every Saturday there's a big tournament up at, well, I guess I just said TCH Dallas. For the buy-in and guarantee, you can see TexasCardHouse.com. Usually the 3rd Saturday of the month is the bigger one. I'll pull this up as we see this hands play out.
All right, Jalen raising the button with the Queen 4 suited. Jason under the gun, repopping to 225. Jalen tired of folding. He's coming along. We're going to see a flop. He's got position, but he is dominated. Picks up 1 diamond and a backdoor straight draw. Backdoor diamonds, backdoor straight draw. He knows this flop shouldn't have hit his opponent very well. He's going to take the free card. Picking up a 7, no help. He's going to need to hit a 4 here to win this pot. But he knows this board texture does not favor the re-raiser's range, so he's going to take a stab at it. Bet 300. Jason out of position.
I mean, would you tolerate this amount of disrespect, Dave?
Call it up.
I'm a lifelong friend, man.
Jalen's going to have to find another barrel.
Lifelong. It's my butt. I've only known this
Going to be a hard
a
one
couple
for
of
him
years.
to grab.
That's that 7 pairing doesn't really boost his story in any way.
Jason's probably going to look him up if Jalen bets, and Jalen has to bet to him. He's going to. Another chunky bet here. I think it's going to get called. He's overbetting. He's going with the polarizing bet. Overbetting the pot, 1.5K. Jason in a tough spot, but does he believe it? Will he put on his cape? Will he make the hero call? Let us know in the chat. 1 if you think he's calling, 2 if you think he's folding.
Jalen going very big here, like 1.5 times pot. Get Jason to the ultimate test here.
Jason in the blender.
Coming up in.
Didn't believe him on the turn. He probably doesn't believe him on the river.
Got a big toe
And
coming in.
find the call.
He's coming in the seat.
I need some separation.
His gut seems to be telling him he needs to call, but
He's coming in looks like 4,000.
man up and do it, man.
What do you all think in the chat? So you check that flop, and then you start firing on that 7 turn. And it's going to
Gonna
work.
give it up. You know, and that's tough, man. Those hero spot calls. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. But I'm telling you, one thing I've learned playing poker for a living, you get that feeling. You get that feeling in the pit of your stomach that's just telling you fold or call in certain spots. And once I started trusting it and listening to it, more times than not, it's right. So if you got that feeling, man, don't deny it. I know it's scary, but you got to listen to that inner demon. It's telling you, I've been in this spot. This bet is a bluff. This bet's the nuts. You know.
So to answer your question, Charles, the tournament, I'm looking at the schedule for Dallas now. Saturday's weekly tournament this week is a 365 20K guarantee, and then next week's the $500 50K guarantee. Final table streamed on TCH Live in both cases. And if you're up in Dallas, check that out. Great tournament. Down here in Austin, we've got slightly smaller tournaments. We've got our Black Chip Bounty on Sunday, so that's a 5K guarantee. And then Saturday, I believe, is a 4K guarantee.
Stopped in October, primarily because poker was going. Well, the first thing was
Jack 10-8 is going to give Jason the open enter. It's going to give him the best shot. Jason going to head out here. Ken going to call.
just like constant battle.
He's got an over. He's got a gut shot.
Got backdoor clubs, deuce high.
Looking at my schedule.
Check.
And that 5 is not helpful to anybody. Check, check. And the deuce is going to give Ken the best hands with a pair of deuces.
King high. Deuce.
Easy game. He did not want to see a queen there. Jason would have picked up the straight on him. And Jalen's starting to make progress, moving back in the right direction. We've still got a couple hours left here on stream. Plenty of time for the wins and losses to change.
No. So when there's no action on the river,
Well, no, better is how you prioritize.
YouTube game. I still wanted to know.
Better is how
I need
it's queen, ready's from you.
Hey, though, Optimize playing really well. I think these guys are going to have a tough time making a dent in his stack unless they call him.
all right.
Looks like we're playing 5, 10, 25, 50 this hand.
It's kind of hard to see, but the scanner is right here.
Poker has gone up.
This target, so you scan your card over there.
Jalen Stroud
Yes,
is
it
not
is
going to
a
get
50
rewarded
star
with the
color.
graphics card.
175, seat 7. 8-4.
Vito looks like a new addition here to the table.
9-4. 1-4. Are you really? Call.
Has a connected 10-9 offsuit in the straddle,
But I'm
and
like
he
5 to
is
10.
coming along after Optimize raises to 175 with
Yeah,
Queen 7
Pay a
suited.
lot for 2 minutes.
Play tight end, bodybuilding war.
Optimize with position and the betting lead. Can big hit the flop and continue. Does not look like it.
The 7 is going to give out to his best
I feel like
hand.
game 5 is
Big with backdoor straight and flush potential. He's got trouble calling the bet here.
And he's got the overs to that 7.
Expect he's going to give it up.
I know.
Just not enough on that
My
flop
wife's
for
like
him to
5'2"
continue.
or something like that. It's fine. But a male who played high school sports.
Optimize getting it done with the computer hand.
I think my son's gonna be really tall though. He came out for long. And then he became a chunky baby, and then he just kept on stretching. Now he's not chunky anymore. But yeah, I agree with you, man. It just seems bad.
Mocat saying, what if the villain is bluffing with the best hand, like a pair of 3s? The pit of your stomach was right, but you lose anyway, then you have to re-bluff and come over the top. That's a valid point.
You got a live 50.
Like I said, sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong, sometimes you're right, but the call was still wrong.
7-4. 8-4.
As we get into another hand of 3 double straddle. Vito going to
Raise to 300.
limp in, or big limping in rather, and then
Whoa.
Jalen popping it up to 300 with the
Call.
jacks.
All right, let's see.
Vito's got
Jay
2 broadways.
And a
some
fold.
progress here.
We're going to go heads up to this flop.
All right, newcomer Vito getting in the mix. He's got about a pot-sized bet behind. Jaywin not happy with the ace on the flop.
And the fact
all
that it's all
spades.
spades is not great either.
It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
great for him. Vito
Vito
hitting a
going to
pair.
rip it in with what is the second best hand.
Can Jaywin find the call here?
7.
Getting 2-1 on his money, but this is a terrible board for him.
One of the very worst.
Vito has just sat down. Even if he's ahead, his opponent could have plenty of outs.
I don't think it would fit. I think there's a character count limit. I think
If
it's
he
like
does call, he'd be a monster favorite, 74% equity here.
I would hate to double you up in the first hand. Alright, let's just leave it to the chip. I'm just flipping. right?
Okay, no problem, no problem.
He's flipping a coin to decide, and he makes the call. He makes the correct call.
Interesting
Lets the
point
coin
to flip
decide.
there. I mean, both sides of these chips are the same.
Oh,
and the Vito's going to
no.
get there, pairing the 10.
Oh, that's brutal. Brutal.
Right call, wrong run
J-Win
out.
finds the right call. The wrong time.
How much? 7?
J-Win going
Wow.
to see the bad news.
Not going
Just
the right
brutal.
way for J-Win.
Those jacks have been brutal to him tonight. That's the second time with jacks.
To answer your question, Charles, I believe a daily membership at the TCH Dallas is still $10.
Thank you, sir.
TexasCardHouse.com will tell you all the details there as far as membership dues and club access fees, which, as you discovered, are covered for the tournament there.
Kobe S. saying "suckadilla" in the chat. My old catchphrase that I did away with. Some people loved it, some people hated it. Got rid of it. I didn't want to be polarizing, but thank you for bringing that up. Come on, dealer. Be nice to J-Win.
Hey, you got a loyal viewer there.
Yep. J-Win finding the right
Raise to
call
50.
and still getting punished. You know, sometimes you make all the right decisions and the poker gods just smite you anyway. Vito getting spicy with the 8-7 suited, making it $50 from the low jack. Big gonna re-raise from the small blind with ace-10 off.
Just like anything, can they get to like?
And then Doug going to put some money in with that King Jack offsuit.
All right, we're going 3 ways to a flop here. Everyone's got a little something, something.
But it's like real. It's a
Cameraman drinking again.
I think I see aces under big.
Definitely see an ace-high
And
flop.
we do, and we see 2 spades.
Got a gut shot for Doug. Backdoor spades. That'll be no good. Big has the nut spade draw. Backdoor. Vito gonna have trouble continuing. He's getting out of the way. Doug chasing. Needs a queen. And no
Instead, he
help.
gets a 4 of clubs.
And Big having a stranglehold with 88%
start
equity.
asking you to like add your
And
friend.
Doug not gonna be able to call
So
this.
one of the neighbor girls we know has one. And we know her parents, so like she's on.
My wife wishing me a happy early birthday. Thank you, thank you.
See anything that they say do on it.
I'm in no hurry to turn 46. Let me stay 45 for a few more weeks.
Seems fair.
Yeah. She's probably gonna buy me a walker for my birthday.
So my daughter's just like,
Now that I'm geriatric.
You know, there's a mandatory.
Not there yet.
It's something that's
46 with the back of a 72-year-old.
Yeah, back issues are no fun. I've dealt with it too myself.
you go through like different periods of poker and lots of different like an editor.
7-fold, 8-fold.
I like this newcomer Vito, man. He's in there. He's spicing it up.
He came to play.
Getting in the mix. Big with the ace-6 offsuit on the button. Just going to call. I'd like to see a raise there.
Yeah, definitely raise. Like, that is the worst of offsuit aces. That ace-6, I can't even make it straight.
And you probably
But-
have the best hand facing just the blinds.
Check, check.
8-7-4,
Gonna flop a
nobody with
gut shot.
anything.
Vito and Big with the gut shot. Need a 5. Now they're open-ended on the bottom end.
Bet 150.
Vito with his straight draw. Gonna bet the 150.
Ben, you gonna
Gonna find
play a
any
hand anytime
takers.
soon?
Big knows even if he hits his straight, it might not be good. 10 jack is definitely a real possibility on that one.
I'm playing like 9 gappers. With no ace nor king.
Yeah, 10 deuce is a great
All
one.
right, Optimize and Vito so far the big winners, but we still have a couple hours left here. Anything can happen.
That is right.
Sorry to make a pick.
We see Ken below the Lottie line, Jason holding the Lottie line, that 15% deep
That's how you play. I'm just gonna keep folding
And
these.
you know what? Sometimes they don't give you cards. That's my defense.
Sometimes that's the way it goes. You got to get in there with the 10-4 suited sometimes.
Not if you play 2-3.
I want to see another double board bomb pop, but I want to see some blood.
8-fold.
I want to see a big pot, lots of action.
1-fold. Man, that's not a good one.
Big with the pocket nines in the cutoff, going to make it 75.
4-fold, 5-fold.
$25 straddle is on.
Speaking of 99 red balloons,
Fold.
9 was folded, and he's going to take it down, no resistance. to the next.
You can do one if you want. I'm better than me. Emergency bomb pod.
Emergency bomb pots declared.
See, they need PLO, little action infusion here.
Yeah.
Now let's see. We haven't seen Vito yet in these bomb pots. Let's see if he gets a little crazy, a little wily.
Let's give him something to work with here.
Doesn't
Doesn't have to be not. Just gotta give him something where he puts some money in here.
I want to see a lot of draws. I want to see a lot of equity always.
He is going to be in the small blinds.
Going
I'll
down
tell you
for
what,
the
my move, like when the small, like I'd be checking already. Like if I'm in the small blinds, I don't even wait for my cards. I'm checking dark. Like I'm just never betting
Betting
into
for the
everybody
small
on the
blind.
flops.
Really?
Just
Let's change numbers.
There's found a whole bunch in warehouses down on the border with the illegal aliens.
Everything properly labeled with the expiration date.
Yeah.
She's in a mommy group.
Pallets
and,
load.
King 6,
like, I'm done
Rainbow.
with stuff. If anybody won't mind me.
Jack 10 deuce with a couple of hearts.
check. 7 check, 8 check,
If we exchange numbers, I'll tell
Check.
you where my wife is.
check.
I want to
Alright,
say
big with top 2 pair on the bottom board. Nobody with a king here.
whatever the case is.
Somehow nobody has it. Hey,
There's-
that's why.
there's the
because
last
there's a
king.
king sitting in the deck.
Jaywin making a full house, kings full of 9s. Still
check,
can never
eight check.
really feel that great here. Jason
check.
making 2 full houses.
Yeah,
with his
Vito
8s and
also has
7s.
kings full of 9s.
Call. 5 fold.
So
Six
Big needed
calls, seven
100.
fold.
Jaywin
Eight
calls,
fold.
Vito calls.
Big turn, 3 pair on the bottom
been
board.
We're going to go 3 ways to these rivers.
Instead of just 2.
A deuce and a 10.
And
So
Big fills up.
3 players. Check.
yes, Big with 10s full of jacks. Vito and Jaywin with the very sneaky quartering going to happen if it gets the showdown.
Yeah, and you know what? Big can bet big here, and he can push these guys off their 9s and scoop the whole thing. So it's nice when you have virtual stranglehold on one board.
Bet 375.
Now the flush did come in on that other river, but with the pair,
Yeah, you are losing to any pocket pair. Big does go for 375 on the bigger side in this pot game. Jaywin gonna fold, playing a one-way hand that is losing
Vito
to
not
a lot of.
Vito not going to give up his 9s. He's
Queen
sticky.
10. Got ace 9 high. That's good. Or no, 9. So you see that.
Yeah,
Ace 9 high.
that's
was
right,
good.
KJ.
I think if
Yeah,
Big
he
had
has 9.
went full pot on this river, he's going to put a lot of pressure on these guys and avoid having to split the pot, because on that top board, he's going to lose to even an ace
You get to
high.
do another one, guys.
Yeah, but
He's going to lose to a pair of 3s.
Thank you.
So why not just bet the
yeah,
whole
you have
thing?
none of that top board. You're right about that.
Bet the whole thing. Try to scoop the whole pot. Get some of
All
the
right.
money off the
Jesse's
side.
coming in right now.
And okay, now we're gonna have the normal bomb pot apparently.
Okay.
All right, guys. Hey,
And
I can't play good poker. I swear.
KJ, we tend to have each day we're doing about 2 hours.
Couple hours. Yeah.
Stream.
That's a long time to be on the table.
That is a lot of time for one game, but we do keep the show moving. Normally it's down to just half an hour.
KJ.
I think we've got Jesse.
Definitely helps the game flow. This is like a nice little intermission here for a second.
After you've been burned,
Switch out the deck, make sure that the deck is as it should be. 52 cards. The correct 52 cards.
I don't have any today, man.
I gotta tell you, moving to the Austin area is definitely cooler than it was in Tampa, Florida, but not as bad as it was up in practically New Hampshire. So it's a little in between for us.
I don't know. He's playing 1-3, so.
wait, cash to join this table or cash to play 1-3? Sure. Oh, no. What the hell? I don't know what that belongs to. Jason, you put up 25.
In the
right?
chat, winning 10,000 TCH live loyalty points. Congrats.
Okay, let's just say yes.
Eric gonna gamble it all,
I'm sure I did, yeah.
You somehow had an extra 25 over
and
here.
he's going to win 109. Rolled 66. Doug R gambling it all. Wins 10,000.
And when you gamble all them, it actually maxes out.
It
at
maxes out
10,000.
at, yeah, I was going to say it must because
Those sound familiar.
he's got a lot of TCH Live loyalty points. Thank you for being a fan. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Don't forget to smash that like button. We're still at almost 160 viewers. We appreciate you guys tuning in.
All right, we got flops. And Vito with just a couple of pairs.
Oh, no,
think
we
it's,
changed the
sorting
board. He's got
itself
two
out now.
pair. He's got two pair, top pair, backdoors, backdoor hearts, backdoor straights. Oh, the board changed
Hey,
again. He's got a full
RFIT, make
house.
up your mind.
He's got a full house now.
That seems a lot better than what he started with.
Yep. And we can
Yeah,
see the
it
boards
is
now.
10-5-5.
Confirm.
We saw aces just hit the muck, and Vito's just going to win.
No one really else has anything to continue there.
It is hard to have a piece of the bottom when Vito has so many pieces of the bottom.
So why is your nickname Big?
Vito practically just sitting down, winning right out of the gate. Didn't pay his dues like these other guys. He's just coming in here, smashing people left and right. He's our second biggest winner so far. Let's see if he can keep it rolling for another couple of hours. Ken with an ace, king, and a low jack. It's 25 to call. He's going to raise it up to make it 800.
Oh, we got queens. We got action brewing here. One of the classic coolers in progress, ace king versus queens.
I think they're deep enough. Ken might just want to call it here. It's going to be out of position to big. It's just making the call. All right. And we get the classic flip. $740 in the middle. 3K effective. There's the king.
King. Ken pulls out ahead in this coin flip. Check, check, and now aces and kings.
Big
and
cannot be
deuces.
loving this, but it's going to be hard for him to pay him off.
And just every single over on the planet has big fighting the muck with those queens without putting any additional money in the pot.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
That was. I was hoping for a 4-bet.
Give me a flop of like, 10 jack queen.
Jason C. Jason C. Jason C. I have food order for you.
That's not you, right? Jason C.
No.
Big flipping in that ace deuce offsuit. Vito bumping it up to 100 with the
You just got all the snacks
Seven.
tonight, man. Popcorn, Girl Scout cookies. I mean,
big gonna take a flop.
what's next, man? Some Jelly Belly?
4-3 is going to give Big the gut shot.
Oh, yeah.
Look at it all for Vito. Big will bet and Big will take it.
What are those?
Yeah, this is an unusual finish.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Optimizes Vito.
I need these
winners. Shaywin with some work to do.
No offense to the Girl Scouts.
Check it out. That looks great.
Shaywin with 7-5 of clubs. I like his hands. Not in the sense that it's actually good hands. He's going to make it 75, and Doug with the ace-king this time. And the suited variety. Makes it 275, optimize, gets out of the way with those deuces. Even Big cannot defend that hand. Back to Jay Wynn. And he's going to say, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, I lived in Seattle for close to a decade. She's from Tacoma area. So we lived there, started a family.
Not much action here.
Started a family, and then I was like, no, let's get back to Texas.
Big limit, big blinds.
To buy a house in Seattle, it's like $2.5 million for like
Got a three-way wins pot.
stupid.
998. It's going to put up the open enter big. Tug fires up 45. Big's going to come along. Going to get Jalen out of there. Big looking for
What do you want? I got you.
10 or a 5 ideally. His pair out's also good. And there's the 10, which is going to give both players something here. Big with the straight and the far superior hand to Doug's pair of 10s. Doug will be looking for a 10 or a 9 if we continue here. Big going for the check raise.
Oh, okay, I'll get you a
Yeah, thank you.
Big makes the call. Queen on the river does not improve Doug. Big gonna take it down as check.
Richard in the chat asking, how is everyone tonight? We're pretty good, Richard. How are you?
Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you don't mind.
Tomorrow's never coming. It's a privilege, I feel like, to be able to age. It's almost like a guarantee, you know?
There's a lot of things that can happen every day.
Does it really? What do you drive? No. Okay. What kind?
Porterfield, whatever tractable. No, I didn't bring it.
No real action in that hand. The next hand brings us something. So, in the chat, any football predictions this weekend? We've got one of the best weekends of the year in the National Football League regional weekends. Think there's any big upsets? Let us know.
$10. Wake up.
He's going for Jason.
Is this guy leaving a 25 again?
Ken not defending in the cutoff with ace 9. Interesting.
Is that a Bugatti shirt? Hey, he left it.
I assume he left.
Floor, live stream. Spirit.
Oh, your red shirt. Yeah.
Oh, it's, excellent.
Big call and chalks one nice to Jack Deuce.
Somebody played the live stream.
Vito may have left us here.
Proper etiquette and play the whole thing.
Little hit and run there. How about a spade draw for Big and his Jack Deuce?
Now they're desperate to
Jack's getting straight draws.
25, so they'll
That too.
whatever they want.
But let's just hit the spade.
Shot and one over.
Anything.
That big not going anywhere.
Yeah, you ain't seen nothing yet. Look at the interior.
Big now open-ended.
I wouldn't want to be in that car with you.
Big has too many outs.
Now Jason does have the ace of clubs here, so club on the river, he can continue to fire.
When you get on that way to 100, you don't feel anything.
Carlo, the chat pro, has arrived, and he is here. What is up, Carlo? Thank you for tuning in.
Jason is 275. Great to see you, Carlo. He just in here with me last week. Real fun time.
Richard saying he's doing well, enjoying our live stream. Last couple of nights, forgot how much he enjoys this, guys. Well, I'm brand new, Richard, but thank you. They do a great job.
Welcome back. Interesting there, Jason just taking the pot down. Big choosing not to continue with his combo draw. Very surprising.
Very surprising. Open-ended and the flush draw there. Especially considering he's been willing to call a lot of bets all night. I'm surprised he didn't continue.
Yeah, very surprised. So I'll make my football predictions. I'll say Kansas City wins that first game over Jacksonville.
Oh, Dante can't hear the commentators. Can everyone else hear us? Let us
Yeah.
know in the chat if you can hear.
Yes, let us know, chat. Maybe unmute your YouTube, but he wouldn't be able to hear me if I was saying this.
It's true, but others might.
Yeah, I have a hunch that they can hear us.
All right, we're going 4 ways to a flop. King High is going to get it done here for Ken. Jumps into the lead 4 ways with 64% equity.
Yeah, I mean, given that Carlo knows that I'm in the booth without my posting anything in chat, I have a feeling our audio's going back.
Dante is saying he can't hear.
I'm gonna just.
Carlos saying 10-4, loud and clear over. Mo the cat, here. Must be Dante. Richard saying he had to turn the volume up. We can start screaming into the mic if you need us to. You'll probably wonder why we're shouting. Jason continuing here to turn.
Oh, I don't know about but no,
About 275. Ken is top pair here. Well, he just picked up a gut shot on the turn. I think he's going to continue. He's got a position.
I have a guy like that. He'll have like
That is
middle
small.
stack.
Motion to the pot.
Like his body will physically react.
I think you
Interestingly enough, he's a military guy. I think he has a
He might be giving Jason credit here. He is. He's going to lay down the best hand.
One black.
Christian getting it done.
I used to be like that too, I do my short game.
Thrown in the comment house, he blocked with them.
They think statistically it's 19 metric.
It's the worst guy at the table.
I advocate for that. I come across a lot of guys.
Optimized still a big winner. Almost 2K up for the
My
night.
daughter was born. I was like, okay, I have no reason to be good game. Wasn't a bad. I got a strong record now.
I mean, I had sort of.
I'll step out for just a moment. I'll be right back. Video in Poker Jesus' hands.
I get it. That's
yeah.
I'm just gonna roll.
You know what? I hit a set on the turn, so. $25. That's a little rich.
All right, everyone has clubs here. We got 1 club on the flop. Jaywin with gut shot needing the jack that Ken has. Nobody really having much of anything on this board here.
Justin, how you doing, man?
And take it down.
3 back.
Haven't seen you in a bit.
Richard Pucci
Came here
having
last week.
12 TCH live loyalty points. Those are rookie numbers, my friend. You got to pump those numbers up.
Came here last Tuesday.
Thank you for tuning in. Let's get those numbers up there for you.
And we played
Has any respect for
160 people watching,
It turned into a $10 bomb lot game, 5 parts
including my wife, Sadistic
and the game
Kitten.
was freaking wild.
She'll never watch poker with me, but now that I'm in the booth, she is watching.
Like I came to just check up on my box and ended up staying. Really, really fun.
All right, big in the under the gun spot here with the ace-6 offsuit. Doug in the cutoff, making it 75 with king-9 off. They're gonna give it up in this straddle.
I'll massage you, baby.
You guys have any
It's gonna be 1 black chip per minute.
I think I saw Callie earlier.
I thought I saw Kelly when I walked in.
All right, chat. 2.5 hours into my first time commentating on a live stream. Please let me know. Please be kind.
She's not bad.
How am I doing?
She's stronger than Callie. I would recommend her over the other one. Starts with number 25.
Alicia, that's it. Yeah.
What is it?
Alicia.
Okay. glad you told me that because that's not what I remember. Called her something.
Jason with the ace deuce suited, gonna raise it up on the button here.
So did I miss any good cores?
Nothing yet, but Jaywin waking up in the straddle with pocket aces. And Jason on the button in an obvious steal spot. May feel like Jaywin is just playing back at him. He might put in a re-raise here. Could call and see a flop. Richard said I'm doing fine, thank you. Dante asking who's in the booth. This is Will Lottie is here with me, and this is my first time on Anthony. And I go by Poker Jesus with a Z on YouTube. I blog PLM. Jaywin gonna take it down. All right, Joseph saying to turn up our mics.
Well, I mean, we just try and get them closer to ourselves. Yeah, yours is.
I guess so.
That's probably better. Yeah, you gotta get it nice and close.
Kicker problems, crushing it in the booth. Thank you, Joseph. Let me know if this is better. I move the mic closer. All right, my wife is spelling my YouTube handle incorrectly. It's JEEZUS.
Last time it folded to us, I also.
But thank you for trying.
Oh!
Now there's going to be an imposter out there using that one.
I think Doug just got to walk with jacks is what happens, like in the second straddle.
That's the worst. You know what's even worse, though, is having the jacks and losing with them.
Yeah,
Twice.
that's pretty bad.
That is brutal.
Kingston, the Tom King for sure.
Yeah, so I think I gave you guys my Saturday football predictions. Kansas City and Philly. I'm thinking the Sunday slate's going to be harder to predict. Cincinnati Buffalo is going to be really close. I think Buffalo finds a way. That's going to be such a close game. They just need to avoid the turnovers. And then I think the Niners beat Dallas, which is probably blasphemy for me to say around here. As we get top pair for Ken and optimize with a little cut shot backdoor action.
And if Ken turns two pair here, optimize is going to make the straight. That would make it a very spicy turn. Carlo almost, it's JEEZUS. Poker Jesus. Joseph's letting us know the microphones are a little bit better. So I got the microphone a little bit closer here. And my wife upset that on my birthday, I'm going to be playing here on the live stream. Hey, it's my birthday. I get to do what I want to do, okay?
Well, I mean, the game doesn't start until like 5:45, so
yeah, we'll
plenty
do
of
like a
time to
birthday.
spend
We'll do a
before
birthday lunch or something. All right, Jaywin
Unless
taking
you're the kind of poker player that just rolls out of bed at 5 p.m.
No, I'm the kind of poker player that wakes up at like 5 a.m. because my cats want to be fed. So I am the early bird poker player. Jaywin raising it up on the button here. Optimize coming in against him, and we are going heads up to a flop.
And the ace queen going for the 3-bet and not
Jaywin
getting
flopping an
rewarded.
open-ended straight draw here. Wow. If optimize turns an ace, we're going to see some sparks. Jaywin with the open-ender backdoor clubs. Optimized backdoor diamonds. It's going to come along.
Ooh, that's a potential.
There it
chaos
is. I
card.
knew it. That's what I was hoping for.
Jaywin turning the wheel, optimized turning top pair. Jaywin does have the club redraw to go along with that flush.
Queen of clubs would be a disaster on the river. Jaywin with the gut shot straight flush draw.
I think even the queen of any suit's going to be a disaster since Jaywin is already there.
That's true. That's true. But a queen of clubs
Well, actually,
Well,
the
actually, any queen,
of
you're
clubs
right, you're
probably
right.
what gets optimized off the hook.
Yeah, you're right. Let's see if Queen of
Optimize
Hearts
going to
on
make
the
it
river.
600, having just turned himself top pair. Like, hey, I just sucked out on your jack.
Optimize has been winning all night. Let Jay win a pot. Come on, man.
Well, if it gets the showdown, Jay Wynn's going to win this pot. He does
Cannot
currently
lose.
have the nuts. And Optimize not having any path to a winning hand. We see that his chop outs are apparently dead.
Is this going to
And
be
Jay
the
Wynn
hand
going
of the
for the
night?
check raise up to 2,000s.
Way under.
Yeah, it's out there.
Big raise.
17.
Optimize been making good decisions all night. Will he get away from it? Trying to suss it out. Gonna be hard to put him on the 4-5 here.
But it just didn't smell right to him, and he does find the fold. Optimize, surprisingly good at slipping out of your fingers.
All those trouble spots, yeah.
Got him.
Just wonder what would have happened if Jay Wynn had just called there and let the queen peel off on the river.
The real question is, does Optimize fire again on any river, like any non-club river?
That's a good point. He's got to be worried. Does my opponent have a set? What's he in there with?
If
All the draws missed.
Optimize is firing the brick rivers, then you've got to just call turn.
Jay Wynn probably praying he's got the ace jack in that spot. Can stack off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of optimistic for them to hope that he's got the one hand that
he can get in there with.
Jay Wynn gonna win another pot here with the ace-4 taking it unopposed.
Jay Wynn trending back in the right direction. Love to see it. Making a big dent.
Optimize opens up that ace-10 offsuit, $75. Looks like Big assembling some chips. Big going to defense. His straddle with the dominated ace. Heads up to the flop we go. Ace, queen, queen. They both flop top pair. And quick check, check. This deuce does not help anybody. Optimizes 10 is still playing here. Aces and queens with the 10. So they're going to fire out here. $90. Optimize, unlikely to go anywhere. Probably just going to call here.
Neither player loving the queen here.
Big is going to be hoping for a 4 or a chop, or if there's an ace for a chop. Ace is full for both players.
Big gets bailed out. Probably going to see some all-in action here and a chop.
Big was seeking either a deuce or anything bigger than a 10. And since it get what he needed, Optimize gonna fire the tiny $20 bet, gonna get called. Chop it up.
Everyone loves a chop up.
Can't be too careful, bud.
They sure did.
Quads was available.
Quads.
Everyone's a winner here at TCH Live in Austin, Texas.
The ace is kind of cut off. One of the most receiving hands on ace-4, especially when ace is on top, I always have to do a double take.
He's gonna fold an ace there.
Because like I want to be
not
wrong.
folding an ace.
I know it's ace-4, but I want to be wrong.
The pot is like $20 until I bet $20,000.
It wasn't $20.
Still call.
I mean, if you have quads, you have quads.
Yeah, come on.
I've seen it happen.
What are the odds for quads? Like, fucking tornado landing in my backyard.
In a box.
Yeah.
Like it's that rare.
Honestly, I didn't think about that an ace. I've never seen you with an ace in your home. So.
Jason folding the suited king on the button, a little surprising.
We got the double straddle on the 50 here. J-Wing gonna raise it up. Take it down.
I see 51 likes. I see 3 times that many people in the chat. Hit that like button. Tell the algorithm that you enjoy the show. And
Yeah, help us get some more folks into the chat. More folks, more eyeballs on this. All helps. We are trending in the right direction with the viewers, though. We were at 150 something earlier. We're at 165 now. Let's keep it going.
Buds on 1. Oh, sorry, hold up 1 second. Buds on 1.
Take it down.
Optimize is going to open that up to $100 with the queen 10 of clubs. And it's going to take it unopposed.
You know, I gotta say, when I played on this live stream here, it was my first time. Absolutely love the table. It's a beautiful table.
I have not.
Very
I
spacious.
haven't either, but
It's a great table. Really nice.
Yeah, that there's something going on.
They've been getting their 2-5 anyway.
Is it 2-5-10 or just 2-5?
5. I want to say it's 2-5.
Coloring's on point.
Either that or I only seen it get updated because the players wanted at a 10.
Got it.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're going to limp the button with the queen 7 offsuit. J1 going to limp. Duck going to limp. Odsline's going to check, and we're going to have some 4-way action here.
All right.
Jack 8-4 brings a little bit of spice here.
Club draw
J1
for
with a
J1.
club. J1 with a club draw. And Optimize with a pair of jacks. That's 75. J1 hanging around. We're flipping a coin.
There it is.
And J1 gets the correct side of the coin with his queen high flush.
Optimized drawing dead here.
Check, check. Innocuous 3 of hearts river. How does J1 attempt to extract money from Optimize is the question now.
Not a very large pot. He's going for the overbet. 250 in the pot. He's betting 450. Very polarized. Optimize not falling for it. His reads have been spot on. Making good calls, good folds all night.
Let's go, Jesse. Get me unstuck. Do that thing you do.
Those good folds mean a great deal to your win rate.
That's very, very true. A dollar saved is a dollar earned in this game.
Even more so if you're in a situation where you can't just replace the chips. Like, let's say you're in our 1-2 game where there's a capped buy in $300, and now you're sitting 500 deep, and maybe some other people are because the game's been going on.
Sure.
Like, I can't just replace $100
Can't
by
match the
$100.
stack. Yep.
If you're a tournament player, same deal. You can't just reach into your pocket and replace the chips that you just called off incorrectly.
All right, big raising it up with the 10-8 suited here in the cutoff. J-Win dominating his diamonds on the button. He is re-raising it. And if big calls and we see a diamond flop, no, he's going to lay it down. I want to see an all diamond flop there. I want to call. I want to see blood in the water.
Got it. Oh, man. If there's 2 diamonds, you're not going to war.
Connected, I'm suited, I'm like, let's go.
Too crazy out of line yet here. Still have over an hour left on stream.
I sit around the edge.
Somebody called
2 diamonds there.
Let's see the setup. Let's see the cooler.
3 diamonds there.
The moment we stop cheering for it is when it's going to happen.
Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose. Who will it be? Oh, we got the double board bomb pot coming. Here we go. Let's get crazy.
It's that time again. To the flops we go. 9-9-6.
Nice.
And the 10-4-3. Couple
Optimize
diamonds.
flopping
How about
quads.
4 9s for Optimize?
And he knows he's got a stranglehold on one board. He's praying somebody else fights over the other board. We got the nut diamonds for Jay Win on the bottom, and he gets there.
Diamonds for Jay Win. And
chop hard.
yeah, this is looking choppy given that Optimize has all of one board and none of the other board. None in the sense that he could ever win like on a 3-timing board. He's going to pot it. And I imagine Jay Win calls, and then Doug gets out of dodge. Just my prediction.
Optimize just looking for a board.
Jay Win repots. Interesting move from Jay Win. So he has that nut flush, and
He's got his
top.
open
He has
straight draw. He's got a wrap draw up there. Yep.
Six, you said?
Optimize. Gonna call here. Perhaps we'll get a scary bottom card where Optimize could scare Jay Win off of a chop. The 4 of diamonds does pair the board. So that'll be a little bit concerning for Jay Win, no longer holding the nuts.
But Jay Win makes a straight on the board where Optimize has the quad, so he's probably not going to be folding here. He's got to figure he's good on at least one of these boards. It's tough for him.
Now the question is, does Jay Win bet here, and then how big does Optimize just blast the hell out of him? Optimize just calls. No, that's not right. Okay, they did go all in.
They win $50.
Yeah.
I was hoping I get lucky. and
Graphics got
somehow
corrected
take
there.
one.
He did go all in and get snap calls. Look at it.
Start feeling really uncomfortable there.
Now, we just had over an $11,000 pot check. Come on, that's exciting right there.
Oh yeah, 11 grand.
Oh, delicious.
Biggest pot of the night. And it happened.
Now here's the question. Here's my question for you. How surprised are you that Jay Win just snapped that off?
Well, in Jay Win's spot, he's turned a straight on one board, and he's got the nut flush on the other board. Now both boards are paired.
And that really sucks.
It does suck, but at the same time, it
Yeah,
is
that's obviously
difficult
what I
for
was
your
hoping.
opponent
Of course,
to have
you
you
would
beat
end
on
up
both
taking
boards.
half anyway.
Don't get me wrong. I'm editing my upcoming vlog, and I have a spot where it's tough for someone to have me beat on both boards, and they do. But usually you expect to get half the pot in that spot against one opponent. If he was against multiple opponents, I'd be more concerned. Now, I don't know if I would have bet in his spot. I think he bet. Did he bet that river and get raised?
Yeah, that was.
See, I think I probably would have went for the check call in that spot. I'm not looking to blast off. because-
Optimize had blasted over his bet.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's easy to do when you get quads.
Exactly. You can do that with impunity.
Yep.
Like you have a non-nut hands both ways.
Yeah,
We see-
definitely in that spot, I am check calling rather than betting and getting raised and losing the max the times I am beat on both boards.
We see a double paired board now. Lots and lots and lots of checking. Optimize is going to win with his king if it gets the showdown.
Ken and Big both got flush draws, neither getting there. 7 for Ken here. So it's not going to matter. It's counterfeit.
DNJ over in Twitch land. Thanks for the praise. White Sus announcers finds that maybe we're not overbearing or better than the players, and that's a fine line to walk. Like I'm definitely not better than these players, so it's the truth if I'm acting like I'm not better than these players. They're better than me.
Thank you,
Like I'm not
DNJ.
playing 5-10, and yeah, like loving that. Like this says it all about Streams Poker, right? They're playing poker with my monthly pay. I'm sitting here eating a cup of noodles.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like I've never played these stakes in my life. As far as cash games, the biggest I've ever gone is our 2-5 match the stack that we play on Mondays here on TCH Live. Yeah, I've never put this much money in a cash game.
Well, you know, I will say that Texas Poker, the games tend to play a lot bigger than advertised. And I know for a fact that PLO tends to play,
Yes, thank you.
you know, bigger than a hold'em game of a similar sort. So, you know, a 2-5 PLO game is going to play more like a 5-10 hold'em game.
Yeah, Hold'em's the same way as far as playing bigger than advertised. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that there is no rake in Texas social clubs. Whether it be TCH or anywhere else in Texas that's operating legally. So money stays on the table. That's the consequence of that, so the game stays bigger. And for those of you who didn't know, we're on Twitch. We are on
Yeah, there was a lot of hits.
over on YouTube. We are TCH Live Poker. And as far as the biggest chat, that's probably the biggest chat, but everyone's welcome. We see everything from both platforms. Feel free to like, follow, subscribe, press whichever buttons say you like the show. DMG wondering about tax forms. I don't know all the details as far as when tax forms get triggered, except that if you play a tournament and you cash for more than 5,000 above the buy-in, then there's a W2G. I racked up a few of those last year, thankfully. You know, you get the big score. They tell the IRS about that, and then I think jackpots of a certain size would trigger tax forms. I don't know how it works with cash games, to be honest. You have to ask the course supervisor there. As we see
Big picking
a
up
turn
on
here, Big has the best hand with queen high, and he has the best shot, and now he has the club draw. He has too many outs that he doesn't actually need. Jason drawing to a 6 that is not a club.
6 would be good, yeah.
6 of clubs would give Big the flush, I think. Unless I'm missing something here.
Jason, with position and aggression, going to continue applying pressure. A big gut shot and a turn flush draw, but the board is paired. Doesn't look like he wants to fold, though. Jason's going to have to fire 3 bullets here.
I got too many outs, and that ain't one of them. The old 7 of spades river. That said, Big does have the best hand with queen high, but can he stand the heat, assuming Jason fires one more time?
No, Jason's definitely
Or will
firing
Jason
this
give
river.
up?
Big's going to give it up. That's my prediction. Looking into my magic ball. I call Miss Cleo. She told me the same.
Jason gives up.
No. No, how can you give
Check,
up? You
check.
gotta-
Queen high is
you
good.
gotta
He's
keep
going to turn
firing.
over
What
the
are you
queen
doing?
high.
Oh, no. It's like bet 350 or something, you know? Bet a sniff. Wow.
Big going to...
He's going to hate it seeing that queen 9 turn over too. He's like, damn, man, if I just had one more shot. I had one more shot on the shotgun there.
Big going to collect a pot that he was unlikely to be collecting.
Slightly better. No, you're great at it.
No, he was the razor. Yeah. He opened the action.
Big climbing his way up the leaderboard.
Need 2 cards to win.
You know the drill, dog.
First one was good.
Yeah, it is tough to bluff there, but yeah, that's part of the game. Like if you're gonna bluff those 2 streets, you should probably be bluffing river.
If you're going to play the 9-6,
All right, Jesse.
Yeah, like the chance to get out of there was probably at the beginning. You had 9-6 lost to free flop. Like that's an appropriate time to exit.
speaking of 9-6, Optimize is flopping the gut shot here.
Big's pair of 5's the best at the moment.
Optimize recognizing this board is not going to favor many opponents' ranges. He's going to take a stab. He knows he can get bailed out with the 8. 9 might be good. There it is.
There's a 9, but it's a 9 of diamonds. Big is going to turn himself a second nut diamond draw here. So this may not be the end of it.
Optimize probably going to check back here, take his showdown value out that he has some.
Yeah, especially not liking that 3rd diamond.
Oh,
Definitely not liking the 4th diamond, where Big has once again pulled ahead with his king high flush, and he is going to go for some value here.
Yep.
And
Optimize.
gets the immediate fold.
Optimize continuing to make good decisions and good plays, getting himself
The
out of
diamond you
dangerous
had at
spots,
5 other cards.
saving money.
That river did make the fold much, much easier.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So
When
when
you've
they
got
think
4
I
of
had
them.
the turn. Here's one of those Dougie.
Whatever you were beating, now you're not beating that even.
And Big finally taking the top spot on the leaderboard here. Bumping Optimize down to second. We still have an hour left on the stream here.
Yeah, we are quickly approaching power hour. That last hour of the show, players.
Ken finally back in the seat with the ace-queen suited, raising it up to 100. They're going to call with that jack-9 off.
Players hoping to get unstuck. Maybe pot's getting a little bit
Check
bigger.
the hand.
Optimize coming along with the jack-5 suited. Does not want to see hearts.
Ken with a pair, Big with a pair, Optimize with Squadouche.
Zip and pip.
Ken going to continue on a board that overwhelmingly favors his range. And away goes the 9, and away goes the jack high. And Ken going to turn it over.
Show so he can set up a bluff later.
It's hard to make a pair.
And they say it's hard to make a pair.
Hard to make a pair. Funny thing, last night I was playing a no limit deuce game here.
Okay.
No limit deuce to 7 single draw. There we were bemoaning the fact that it's hard to not make a pair.
That is, yeah.
So that's a game where you don't want to make a pair. You're trying to go for the worst possible hand.
I've only played the triple draw fixed limit variant.
I love that variant.
Yeah,
like, I probably like that better than.
I have not
than
played
the
no limit single draw. That sounds disgusting.
That's a bluffer's
That
game.
would scare me.
The story goes that there was a coin flip 50 years ago to decide whether the main event would be no limit hold'em or no limit deuce.
Okay, really?
And hold'em won the flip.
Interesting. I mean, I think Hold'em is definitely more palatable and easier to understand for people. So it's definitely better for a viewing audience, you know, to draw in more players than like a deuce to 7 game for sure.
I feel like the nerds might have a harder time number crunching deuce compared to hold'em.
For
Just
sure,
the
yeah.
feeling. Since there are no community cards, there's so much less information to work off of. All you know is what they bet and what their draw was.
I mean, there's definitely a lot more.
As we see a chaotic flop here, we have jacks up for Big, we have an open ender for Ken, and we have Big firing out here. Jason has very little here.
Half the time we make it, man.
Backdoor straight, backdoor clubs. Probably going to get out of the way here. Big
So
and Ken
we
definitely
got a bet, looks like 125, but we see the graphics still catching up. We see Jason calling once, and Ken is also calling. He's going to get the graphics caught up, and then we're going to get to a turn.
Jason hoping to hit a backdoor so he can continue here. There it is.
So Jason now with an open ender with the queen 9 on his 10 of hearts turn.
Everyone's got a piece.
Big is still ahead, holding top and bottom pair. Big is firing once again, getting some more value from one or more of these draws. We see Big is sort of fading the world. About a third of the deck will be no good for him.
And what's funny is nobody has spades here. Big has to be mostly concerned about the spade draw, and neither of his opponents have it. He's going to not even be able to put them on the hands they do have, I don't think.
Jason's made the call. Ken is not going to pursue that straight any further. A little bit surprising.
Pretty low VPET.
There it is.
This would have been big trouble for, what did Ken have? No, he had the 6-5.
He had 6-5. He
He
had
would have
6-5.
been okay.
Yeah, he would have missed it.
Yeah, Jason does get there with the straight. And going to check it over to Big, who just checks back. He gets off the hook. Jason turns over the straight.
Dodges
He gets
the
no
bullet.
further money.
Dodges the bullet.
A little bit surprising.
Runner with the queen 9, the worst hand on the flop, the worst equity. And he goes runner to make them nuts.
He backdoors the straight and somehow doesn't get paid by two
Doesn't get
pair.
paid.
That's the really surprising part of this.
Gotta bet your own hand, my friend.
And if you're sitting there with the jack 3, are you that scared of that river?
I
I'm
mean,
not scared of the 8.
You gotta be worried that maybe your opponent had a jack in their hand. Maybe they turned jacks and 10s, and you know, like what can you get paid by? A missed flush draw? Probably not. You know.
Yeah, or I could see a top pair paying off in that spot.
Yeah, I guess it would just. I guess he probably felt like it was thin value, and he's got great showdown equity. He doesn't really want to get check raised on that board because a lot of the cards, the turn card and the river card, hit his opponent if his opponent had a jack, jack 10, jack 8.
So you are still beating some of the bigger jacks.
True, true.
We see how crazy these ranges get around here. I mean, how often is Jack 3 ever even in there to begin with?
That's true, but just imagine in his head, he's like, if I bet this river and I get raised, like, you want to throw up. You know, why did I just check and see if I was good, you know? Doesn't want to open himself up to the bluff or to being valuable.
I'm kind of insulted, Jason. I don't know.
No offense.
Unless you think the missed clubs are going to try something
wasn't
funny.
really the environment.
Oh, the missed spades?
Or the missed spades, rather. It depends on your opponent. Like
Yeah, I
there
mean,
are some people who are going to just try and be a hero with a missed draw.
I think he's more concerned with you know,
Everyone shotgun but you.
someone outdrawing with a better pair or something in that spot. I definitely don't think he was expecting to run into another street.
Yeah, that was probably one of the
It's pretty gross.
hands he least expected to see there at Showdown.
I told them they're supposed to give me different, it doesn't screw together because they got two mailboxes.
Discussion
I
going
tuck it
Or
underneath
as I
all the
think we're
time.
getting something sorted out here.
A zip tie?
I see
Then pin it below the table.
Somebody-
That doesn't become an issue.
popping into seat 6. It is
Okay.
Kristen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what was being discussed, but that was like. Okay, there was a cable issue apparently with the table, and Kristen was out there correcting that. I assume we corrected that. We corrected that. Well done, Kristen. We couldn't do this without our production staff, and
They're a reset.
say nice things about them in the chat. They deserve it.
A lot of
Give them a
moving
like.
parts. A lot of moving parts. A lot of people we need to make this all happen for you. Dealers in the box doing a great job as well.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
4 fold, 5 call, 7 fold, 8 call. Super. The button is on 7. Button's on 7.
We're seeing some action. We're waiting for the graphics to get caught up here.
Button's on 7. 5 raises 7.5. Calls.
Yeah, brief pause. Bear with us here. Had that minor technical glitch. I think we're going to be in shape now. Okay, Doug had ace king and he's raised it up. Jason's decided to go duck hunting with those deuces. We go heads up to the flop.
Quack, quack.
Back on check.
And ace king decisively ahead here on king, queen, jack. So top pair kind of got over Doug.
200.
Stop.
Doug
200.
Get you 200 out there.
$200, so just over full pot for the C bet, and welcome to protect against like pair plus draw stuff. And Jason has none of those, so he folds.
Good angle.
Sadistic Kitten saying you guys are killing it. Everyone in the booth, to the team running it, thank you so much. Appreciate the kind words.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, my bad.
Don't forget, if you're out in chat, please smash that like button. Looks like we're up to almost 170 viewers right now. We really appreciate you guys tuning in.
We sure do. And if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button and find out each and every time we're on the air.
There's a small chance.
You're on Twitch, hit that follow button as well. And same deal, find out every time we're on the air, at least 5 days a week, Mondays through Thursdays, plus Saturdays. Sometimes we sprinkle in some other shows. Mondays and Thursdays, we're right here in Boston, 2-5 or 5-10 or PLO. Dallas, we got the big game on Tuesday. We got the slightly smaller, but still pretty big game on Wednesday. And then we've got the tournament final table each and every Saturday from Dallas, the big weekly tournament. Always a good one. Also a good one is this top pair for Doug, which is going to get action from Jaywin, who according to the graphics, had 9 high and backdoors the size to float. I'm not sure I'm buying that. That's 5 of hearts.
Well, Jaywin was in the original straddle.
He was in
limped
the straddle.
Doug raised it up in the second straddle. Jaywin called. Maybe he was looking to pick up some equity on the turn with the club draw, maybe.
Doug gets it done this time. Yeah, perhaps. Like it's not a great backdoor. It is thin. But
I thought he might be looking to make a play at the pot or something. That's
yeah,
why he was
possibly.
continuing.
Yeah, like if he picks something up, he could consider a check raise.
The standard's now degraded to whistling. So tired of the trailer park people coming in here.
I mean, I'm offering opinions, but I mean, hey, it's Jaywin who's the one who's patched up repping a reputable poker training website, and I'm just some fish chat pro in the booth running my mouth.
All right, Optimize picking up the ace-10 suited, going to raise it up on the hijack to 100. He's running into a dominating hand here, pocket
The
10s.
10-10.
Yep.
And the 9s for Ken.
Uh-oh.
And he just folds to a 3-bet.
On the button.
Wow, big with the ace-jack offsuit.
Everyone's got
And
big
he's going
hands.
to just fold. They're all thinking, okay, these guys
King,
aren't
queen,
screwing around.
king, queen
I think
goes
I
on the
just saw
muck,
King
too.
Queen flash by.
I think I haven't seen this many big cards and good cards in like an hour.
Optimized under the gun, people are just thinking, oh, crap. And then Jason 3-betting over him.
There you go.
And Jason's still ahead.
Optimize has got some
8-6-6.
overs. He's got some backdoor straight and backdoor flush possibilities here. He's got the betting lead. Well, no, he doesn't have the betting lead. Jason, we raised him, right?
That's right. Jason was the 3-better.
Okay. He might
Optimize
float.
decides
He
to
might
feel.
float. Try to pick up a turn draw.
Be looking for a heart 9 or 7. He wouldn't mind an ace, mind you. Like, he probably wouldn't be that excited about an ace just because he could be dominated and he is going to fold.
10 would be a disaster for him. Ace 10. But he's going to get out of the way. He's making all the right moves.
We see some of this money getting redistributed around the game on big and optimized now, just over the break-even mark. You'll see these numbers don't quite add up. We did have somebody who came in, won some money, and then promptly left. The old hit and run from Vito.
Is Vito a regular around here? Or?
I don't know.
Don't know him.
I don't know the 510 crowd area.
Okay, I got you.
Some of these guys have shown up in the 2-5 streets, and I know them.
Vito sounds like a fellow paisan. Hey, take it easy.
I won't offer an opinion on that.
I'm Italian, so I can say
Okay.
I can do it.
I'm not. I'm Irish and I'm Finnish, and I don't want to get canceled.
All right, my wife is Irish, very talented. Great job, hon. You sound like a pro. Oh, thank you, sweetie.
Jack 8-5 is going to keep these deuces out ahead.
We saw the deuces win earlier as well.
And it's going to continue. And this could shut it down. Jason may just decide no set, go back.
Ken has definitely been showing down some solid hands. He's been playing well. Hasn't been really mixing it up much lately.
And
So
he's the
he's
razor.
gonna
He
get
can
some
have
credit.
all the good pairs, and Jason does get out of the way with those deuces.
He's going to get credit there. Ken playing really well tonight as well.
And another hand going here. TCH Live. Boy, why did the New York knit with Poker Jesus alongside me this evening? As we have about another hour, maybe a little less, 510 no limit hold'em on this Thursday. We're into January now. We're into 2023 now.
The years fly by, my friend.
They sure do.
Last I knew, it was 2003.
And before you know it, it'll be March and the Blue Bonnets will be out here in Texas. Have you seen Blue Bonnets yet? Have you been in Texas long enough to see
No,
them?
we arrived like August or September.
Okay, so you missed the last season. So like they're the state flower of Texas.
Okay.
And they bloom like March-ish.
Okay.
And you'll just see them everywhere along the roads
Gotcha,
and
gotcha.
in fields, along
Now-
with other various wildflowers.
I was gonna say I lived in Florida for 7 years. Never saw an alligator. I think they're made up.
I've heard that they exist. Who knows?
I've seen pictures. I think it's all doctored. I never saw one in person.
So like birds.
Like birds. Yeah, birds aren't real. Yeah.
Disclaimer: birds are in fact real.
No.
Allegedly.
Well, I mean, my car has. There's, they leave some things on your car. And
Yes.
Like that had to come from somewhere. That didn't come from nowhere.
That's true. I'm surprised more people who go out jogging don't get pooped on by birds.
Yeah.
They hit the cars all the time. Why don't they hit the people?
Yeah, I don't know.
Smaller targets, smaller moving targets, I guess.
That's you probably have seen like swarms of grackles by now.
Crackles?
Grackles. Gee.
I don't know what that is.
They're a bird, and there's just like thousands of them that will just hang out wherever, especially during migration season.
Okay.
Yeah, and they'll make a lot of noise as we see some limping, and then Optimize saying, "No, I want to make this 275 with my king queen." You'll just get out of here with your garbage. Jalen, considering with his queen 8 suited.
Gotta worry about Doug behind him.
Yeah, they both get out of the way.
Hey, you
Yeah,
never go
so
easy,
like
man. It's
like spring and
gotta
fall in
think about
particular,
it
around
every time.
sunset, like there's some train tracks not far from where I live, and you'll just see like hundreds, if not thousands, of these birds just hanging out on the power lines, the roof, the train gates, like every inch they can occupy.
Okay.
And they're just making lots and lots of noise. And they occasionally just all take off and fly around in a big swarm.
Gotcha.
And then settle down again.
Do you guys get love bugs out here?
I'm not sure.
No. We had them out in Florida, and they get, like, when you're on the highway, they just get all over the cars, and they just
So he doesn't get taken for a ride every time he
pain
left.
in the patukas. They all fly around like making love to each other, and they don't care about you. They'll fly in your face. They're all over. Like if you have lights on outside your doors and stuff, they're all over the place.
Yeah,
There's a season for them, but
there's definitely like a certain amount of accumulation on the shield. As we see Doug flopping the best of it with a pair of 9s in this three-way pot.
and he does have position on both players.
Yeah.
Doug 75 should just get the quick folds here. And so he does.
My wife has been watching in the chat this whole time. If I come home and there's a bunch of dishes in the sink, woman, I'll do them.
Yeah, that's the right answer.
I actually do wash the dishes. She puts them away, I wash them. So it's
Nice save.
Yeah.
Nice save.
no. I mean, it's true though. It's true. She handles the laundry. I handle the dishes. We both cook.
I'm just saying, like, I got to do all that myself.
Ah, all right. We've been married since 2005. We've been together since '99, so like half our lives, man. Long time. Long time. I think at this point she probably has Stockholm syndrome.
Maybe.
All right, we get that double board bomb pot action.
9-8, 9-8. That's interesting.
This
Ken's
is-
got 2 pair on the bottom. He's got the 8 on the top. Let's see any other monsters.
Gut shot for
Optimize-
J-Win on both boards.
Optimize got something going there. Jason's got something going.
And there it is. The gut shot comes in on both boards for J-Win. He makes a straight on both. It's not the nut straight. He's got to worry about the 10 jack. Optimize holding 2 of the jacks. He needs to hit a 10 on both boards.
J-Win also does have some backup in the form of his 10 high spades. If he can get Jason's million jillion spades out of there.
And Optimize also with clubs on one board.
Optimize electing to call. He does have the gut shot. He does.
Ken having 8s and 7s on both boards, wisely getting out of the way.
Jason with a gajillion spades does call.
I'm not sure what Big is doing there. He's got sevens and deuces and an overpair of queens.
6 of spades, 8 of hearts, and you know, maybe some people were hoping that those would come the other way.
The spades do come in on one board.
So it'll be Jay Wynn with the top board with his, it's actually Jay Wynn scooping here, rather. As we get the updated graphics,
just
he's got
updated the
straight,
graphics,
straight.
yep.
And Jay Wynn going for 350.
Nobody has enough to call.
How did I get there on
Scoops
turn
the top that he
and
was going
turn?
to scoop
That's
anyway.
And if Ken had stuck around with an 8-7, he would have made a full house
Like
on
that
the
thing
bottom
we-
board and got in half there.
Nothing like drawing to half the pot and getting there.
No, he had the 8-7 on both boards, though.
He did, yes.
It's kind of hard to hit on both boards, and even if you hit, you might still not be good.
Yeah,
Got
and
the
then
underfold.
the problem is, like, when you have the 2 pair on both boards, you are blocking your full house outs. Like,
That's
you only
true.
have 2 outs now.
And he's not drawing the nut full house, and he's facing the entire field. So
That's the other fun.
definitely
but,
think
hey,
the-
let's make an underboat and a
yeah,
bomb pot.
exactly. I definitely think the fold is correct.
Jesse actually gives me good hands. All the time, without fail. If I track profitability by dealer, Jesse's up there.
Optimize with the proper hands. His king is at 75. And Ken with a suited hand.
That's what I keep saying, that, man.
Try and find some parts of that suit.
Running away with it.
Improper hand, and he hits it.
He gets top pair, and he has, in fact, optimized. He does have overs and backdoors.
Optimize can probably go and make it to the turn here. Ken probably just going to call. I don't think he has enough to raise here.
60 here.
Could be a placebo.
He does put the raise out.
Well, what do I know? This is why I play PLO.
Like, for example, what is it?
Optimize might choose to float here. He's that position. He can pick up equity on the turn. He can pick up a straight draw. He can pick up a flush draw. He's got the 2 overs.
I'm open to all possibilities, including the fact that Jesse has magical hands. It's like I'm open to that one too. Dealing from the bottom of the
Worked out. Giving Ken credit for having hands.
Some respect for the player in the small blind. Sets of overs here. Sets of 8s. Queen 8 suited.
You've got to love this graphic here.
Nobody's a winner here at TCH Live.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's like Price is Right, where both players overbid their showcase.
Right.
And like the
And
show
nobody
ends
wins.
with nobody winning.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, cue the losing horns.
It's like the whammy from Press Your Luck.
That too. Everyone whammies. No one's a winner here at Texas Card House.
That's right. And remember, they aren't even taking anything out of the pot for the house here. All the money
no
that's
rake.
on the table is not being taken out. So that's we just got to blame Vito for coming in, taking the money, and leaving.
Yeah, everyone who left was up. That's right. That's right. We've had other players leave. Let's not pick on Vito. We've had other people leave. As we see, Big with the kings gets the obligatory ace on the flop, which is actually still beating Ken's pair of queens. We go check, check, and now Big's like, okay, you probably don't have an ace, right? So I'm going to bet. And Ken's going to be like, well, I have something, and he's going to pull here.
Hey, you guys actually mind? There's like 40 minutes left. I'll hop into an open seat, win $1,000 bucks, and I'll come back to the booth.
Well, it was actually you got to subtract 15 minutes off of that because of the delay.
Oh, God damn it. It's not enough time.
Yeah, so bigs kings are going to be good. We did get the turn back. So yeah, like it would be like you don't have that much time to hit and run the game. But hey, you know what? Go out there, shove all in,
Yeah. I just need to win one hand.
and then say bye, guys.
And then, hey, I left the stove on at home, guys. I got to go.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I just remembered I'm performing surgery tomorrow. Gotta bounce. Gotta get some Z's.
Lots of limping here, but I believe it was Daniel McBride that said limping
Is pimping. Yeah.
and we're seeing a lot of that happening right now. We have a 5-way flop here. Ace Jack 8 is going to give aces up to J-Win. Out flopping Doug's top pair, which had tipped him. As far as spade draws go, only Ken's 6s.
No, Doug's got the 9.
That's
Yep.
right. So Doug makes it 100. It calls with the chalk draw nuts, the jack deuce, and J-Win going for the check raise, wanting to protect against that fourth spade. He makes it $400.
Board is definitely way too wet to slow play here.
We'll get out of dodge. So many turns that are going to be awful.
And it's funny you mentioned the whole limping is pimping thing because that's actually kind of my style with PLO. I know a lot of people aren't fans of it, but equities in PLO run really close pre-flop. So I'm trying to see flops, and there's a lot of players out in the fields that are just trying to play bingo. They're trying to get stacks in before the flop. And at best, your equity, heads up for stacks is going to be 65%. Usually it's going to be 55, 45. It just runs a lot closer. So I'm trying to see flops with people drawing weaker players so that they make second best hands because those are the guys who are going to pay you off.
I mean, 65 is not that bad, though. I mean, imagine you're a casino spreading blackjack. Like, your equity is a lot lower than that.
The 65 is like a best-case scenario.
It is,
The vast majority of the time, it's going to be closer to a coin flip if you're getting stacks in pre-flop a lot of the time. So I prefer to see the flops because I get people to put money in where I'm 70%, 80%, 90% equity. They're drawing dead. It's a much better result for me.
We see Ace King raising over the 3-deuce. Doug, for the second time tonight, going to have to turn over that hand saying, just kidding. I was raising the 3-deuce and you caught me with my hand.
Cookie jar, yep.
Yeah, so what was I saying? Well, the thing is, like, it works in a PLO game where
apparently
you actually have players who are going to put further money in on later streets.
Well, that's the thing. See, my approach is I approach PLO with a pulling strategy. So what I want to do is I want to try to keep the pot small and manageable pre-flop, and I want to go multi-way to the flop. And my reasoning is that the overly aggressive players and the really strong professional players are going to have a difficult time running bluffs post-flop if they're facing 5 opponents because it's such a long game. So it kind of handcuffs it, kind of takes that tool out of their box. And then you ensure that the weaker players are seeing the flops. Those are the guys that are going to pay you off with the 8 high flushes, the idiot ends of the straight, top and bottom pair, things like that, the underfolds. And so you want those people in there seeing the flops because when you make your hand, you're going to pay it off. So that's my approach. It's been successful for me. There are other players who prefer to use position and aggression and get heads up in 3 ways. And their style is equally valid. I've just found what is comfortable for my style.
Yours warm?
As we all need.
Like mine was cool on the outside, but the liquid itself was warm.
I saw one of the girls loaded in the fridge up like 3 hours.
My wife letting the cat out of the bag that I am the dishes bitch. Because I used to hold home games, home tournaments at home. And whenever I would bust out of them, I'd be washing the dishes while my friends were still playing. Good times. Thanks for letting the world know, hon.
No shame in doing the dishes. Again, I'm single. I have to do that myself.
You have to do it yourself, yeah.
Like, I'm not above doing my dishes.
All right, ladies, we have a man willing to wash dishes. He is available. Please call in.
We see. This is going to turn this into another kind of show.
We're going to make a love connection here.
Yeah.
We'll be back in 2 and 2.
That's right. And definitely don't look up anything that he's been up to recently.
Who?
That host.
Oh. Oh, what? Did he get in trouble for something?
His politics are a little
Oh,
interesting.
okay. I don't follow the news. It's just so depressing.
Yeah.
My wife mentioned she bakes and I wash the dishes. Yes, when you bake, I have more dishes to wash. Stop baking stuff.
As you can tell, it's power hour for the booth as well.
We're getting squirrely in here, guys.
This is where our show goes off the rails.
We're getting unhinged.
And Doug won that pot he raised, and nobody wanted to play with him.
Yep. We do have Big. Big is in profit. We finally have one player at the table who is winning.
We're past 100 hands here, moving at a pretty good clip here, even with those bomb pots. That's the nice thing about having players who fold. Like, imagine everything goes to the river every time.
PLO definitely is a much slower game. A lot more side pots, a lot more work for the dealers. Make sure you tip your dealers well, especially in PLO. They have to work a lot harder to deal a lot less hands.
Especially if the dealer gives you trips against a pair of aces, which Jaywin has just received from Jesse.
Jaywin about to make a little dent in his deficit tonight.
Big gonna fire out the $40. Jaywin going for the raise. Makes it 125. Big going nowhere. Yeah, he makes that call.
Jaywin just got to dodge an ace here on the river, and he does.
Minutes for Jaywin, no kicker. Though he probably hears from a queen by now anyway.
Is he going to go for the overbet polarizing again? Then what he's missed.
Break on those
Thirds, 225.
He's varying his bet sizes in these spots, and he's going to get paid.
Okay, so you're like, oh, okay, you got a queen. Good for you.
And just like that, Jaywin is going to send Big back into the negatives, and now nobody is winning again.
You bring this much good fortune to me, you might need you right
Yeah, it's always an interesting night when people don't necessarily stick around the 4 hours and they decide to take their money and run before Yeti cooler of the night.
Well, it's great if someone's just tuning in now and they're looking and they're like, why is everybody negative? Jason in the hijack of the ace-10 offsuit going to raise it up. Straddle the 25 is on. He's making it 75. Ken coming along with the king-9 offsuit in the cutoff. He might have some nefarious plans for the flop or the turn here.
Or maybe he just likes dogs.
That's very true. That's a good point.
And he does not like that flop, which has an ace and it has all of a suit that he doesn't have. So I imagine Jason bets and then Ken folds.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I would not
Jason
take that
goes
bet.
tiny, $50. That's
Ken
all he
gets
needs to get the
squirrely.
job done. I mean,
Maybe if Ken misread his hand, he thinks he has a king of diamonds.
he's folded. He's folded
It's
already.
all over. Okay. I was hoping for some insanity.
Yeah, you'll have to wait for the insanity.
Entertain me.
Yeah.
You'll have to get back out there and
Well, I still got to run out there and win my grand. real quick.
yeah, go out there. Just deal all your money with anything. You want chaos,
You know what? I'll just go out there for the bomb.
or just do what certain regulars are
simultaneously
do and just straddle the whole stack and just let somebody pull off $1,000 with
Risk-free poker.
whatever they may have.
Can you straddle your? Well, there's no limit. That's true. I didn't
Yeah,
think
so the rule is you got to straddle at least twice the previous player. You can't straddle up to your entire stack. Wow. And if you straddle the player to your left, can be straddled
Sometimes
the
put
same
money in
rules.
the pot.
Okay.
And that can repeat all the way around to the
Never
button.
put a pin
Okay.
on
No one gains.
so I know in the PLO streets I've seen the straddles. get up to
Definitely
like
show
320,
every
but
time you play.
Never.
I've seen 320 straddles at 1, 2.
Okay.
Like 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 40, 80, 160, 320. Like you need the exact right people in the lineup.
Yeah. See, the thing is, like with me, I want to play post flop poker. Like I don't have thousands of dollars that I can just flip every.
Hey, 1, 2 is $300 at a time, right?
Yeah, but that adds up quick, man.
You can short buy.
Yeah,
Min buy is $100 at 1, 2.
you can burn through that money real quick when you're not hitting.
Good. This lesson in degeneracy brought to you by.
Yeah, you know, like if I'm gonna do that, I might as well go play roulette at the casino and at least earn some comps. You know.
Don't do that. Give me your money. Don't give the casino.
No,
your
no.
money. Give
Well,
me your
I'm
money.
just saying I'm not gonna do that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the pits either.
No, I stay away from the house edge games. Stay away from all that stuff. It's just
More
poker
live
for me.
stream.
You know, it's funny when I told my mother that I was going to be playing poker for a living. She was like, "But you could lose," and I'm like, "Mom, you play slots, but I could win."
Funny how that works.
You can't argue with that logic, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, my mom does sound like a cross between Edith Bunker and Marge Simpson. That is an accurate voiceover of my mother.
All right. As we have a battle of two hands, they can at least say that they were suited.
That's true.
And one of those suits has made an appearance. Ken has flopped a club draw and middle pair and a gut shot, optimized with bottom pair.
Not
And
realizing
the betting lead, he's going to continue for 120, and Ken has pretty much the entire world. So I think he's cutting out raising
You get
chips.
a couple balls.
That's what this looks like. And he's
you
going
have
to
to
put
fold
out
there or a
those
couple
raising
balls?
chips.
Optimize, I imagine, is going to fold here correctly, and Ken's going to take it
Makes
down.
it 520, which is 100 too much in my opinion.
I would much rather go there or get that if I could.
Did I ever tell you about the one in Omaha where we tried?
Zigging and zagging.
I went there upon everyone's recommendation. I got a great meal, excellent service. They walked me through the menu. I mean, like everything that you could praise a restaurant, they did. Love the culture.
Yes, that's
Wish I could
probably
sit
the
down there.
understatement of the
Anyway,
night.
my food.
He has a pair, and he has too many outs.
And he has a straight draw and backdoor clubs, right?
All stools.
Yeah. Well, he had front door
Ate one bite
clubs,
and was
front door
like,
clubs, and a gut shot.
I thought it was
Second
spades.
bite, the whole
Two
thing
spades
was
and a
No, it was
club.
clubs.
There's two clubs in the
I
flop?
believe that was clubs.
All right.
That's the only time you bet it?
The only time.
I can run it back.
He's
on
gonna
my
he's gonna
phone.
run it back on his phone and see if I was right.
Pretty freaking fun. Like, for
It's
multiple.
really good, man. Did you get a bowl or a burrito or what?
I got like something like a Chipotle bowl, yeah. It looks so good. It looks so
Are
good.
you should get a bowl there? I do like their burritos because they, they like.
See if I'm getting from the onset Alzheimer's here. Now that I'm almost
One of
the
my favorite
geriatric age of 46.
Yeah, all their
On
stuff.
further review, it was in fact two spades.
Oh yes, I still got it, baby.
New York is charged with timeout for the unsuccessful challenge. Either way, he had too many outs.
That's true. Oh, for sure. Monster favorite in that spot.
Optimize the flap aggressor is getting led into by two.
Any draw
So it just gets out of there.
And he shows the bluff.
that is so bad. So bad. This guy.
Getting a little laugh there.
Queen four.
He's like, this is my moment right now.
That hand seems to be making
He saw
the rounds
round
tonight.
I'm gonna take
The queen
this
4 has been popping up.
I'm taking
Queen 4 is the new jack 4, I guess.
That's my go-to when
Yeah, has to do, remember big with some inferior
For cinematic
spades.
effect, it's like an unveiling.
J-wing with odds.
Odd odds, baby.
And J-win has the only diamond draw, but there's no way he's liking this hand. Everyone checks real quick, and another jack that nobody has. Jason's ace is the best hand at the moment.
First to bet is probably going to take this one. Not having much to bet. Just desperately trying to get the showdown.
Jason now going to try and clean this out. And
You revised your donkey ways of having these massive stacks. Don't talk to other people about the way they raise chips.
Yeah, you used to make a frickin' chrysanthemum every time you came to play. Everybody didn't want to touch the table. You're knocking it over into the pot and spending 45 minutes fishing it out. Damn, when I was new, I used to think it was good. I remember a long time ago.
So that's changed somehow.
Completely, entirely.
Doug put in the raise for King 10, and it's moves it up there. And Stroud special bet.
Get rid of the crumb bums.
I don't think I've ever seen Jay get squeezed this much in a single night.
Yeah, Charles, your TCH live points do carry over from stream to stream.
Yeah, I'm thinking they need to make a squeeze course on poker coaching.
With proper bankroll management, you'll be in action for many streams to come.
We got some legit hands here on the cutoff. Ken raising it up to 75 for the ace-7 suited. Big defending the button with king-queen. Optimized coming in with his jack-6 suited. Going three ways to a flop, 240 in the pot.
5-5-4 doesn't connect that hard with anybody. No lanes and back doors, and now this spicy 6 of clubs will give Ken the club draw and the open ender will give Optimize a pair of sixes, and Optimize will fire out $100. Ken will quickly crawl over to big with just 2 overs, and he's going to let those go. Let's hope for a chaotic river. And the Jack of Spades will give Optimize 2 pair, which is even better than 1 pair. In fact,
Well, he
has
already
3
had
pair.
2 pair.
He
He's
has
just a
3
better
pair
2
now.
pair. Yeah, he's 3 pair now.
And puts up the 200, and that concludes the hands.
And Brad Robbins showing up in the chat. Hey, Brad, what's going on, man? One of my buddies back from the Tampa area. Thank you so much for tuning in and commenting. Don't forget to smash that like button.
Thanks to everybody who's turns up here in the stream. Everyone who's hit like, who's hit subscribe. Thanks in advance to those of you who haven't done it yet but are going to. I see 60 likes so far. I think we can get more likes by the end of the night. We still have another 20 to 30 minutes or so. Big with the ace jack of clubs. That's at 75.
Jalen lets ace-10 go. Interesting.
Offsuit. That's a hand that gets you in trouble. I don't blame him. That's a great way against first to act.
He was the button though.
I
He's the button and he's the cutoff, right?
Against
he
mine
never
at this
played
table
against
is
us
still
that
an earlier position.
I saw him maybe once, yeah.
Here's the thing, like against big, like you're going to end up with a dominated top pair.
He was here
Okay.
all the time.
That's just my opinion. I think,
Fair enough.
yeah, like suited, I'm hanging around. Like I've learned the hard way that you've got to just fold some of those hands that are like offsuit tens.
I don't know, man. I watch all these vloggers and they're getting crazy with ace rag.
They are, and
Raising
sometimes
people.
they even win. Like there are certain vloggers who I will not name where it's like every other hand is I played this hand and then I sucked out.
Yeah.
Well, and if you can just keep doing that, sure. But I mean, I'm not as good at sucking out as.
Yeah, I'm not that lucky. No, I definitely
Like men. Yeah, I got it.
try to get it in ahead and hold.
No, we talked about like.
I'm not good at that either. I'm not good at holding.
No, I mean, I'm really bad at rivers. I'm very good at flops and turns.
Like Tristan stole his keys, sold his car on eBay.
I need to make a PLO variant that only goes to the turn, and I will just be printing money.
No, I told him. I said.
Lose to a flop. And we get an open enter for big to go along with what is the best hands anyway with Jack High.
Nobody else really has much of anything here. Not going to be able to continue.
That's that, and that'll just be the end of that, I think.
He's like,
It is.
and I said, no, come and see me. Let's talk about it. Never saw him, and last time
I think they'll get in another double board bomb pot here before the end.
Absolutely. In fact, they'll probably finish on one. They
Okay.
usually do.
He's a strange case because most people that you see
Them
coming
roughly
in
every
and
half
using
hour
break,
or whenever they feel
they're
like
kind
it.
of around. Maybe they take a break, like size, like disappears for a month, but then they're back, you know. But he just left. I mean, maybe he moved.
No, he told me just that was kind of like I think he was just maybe getting burnt out playing more. His wife just finished school. Like I think he just it was the right time to.
Alright, Jesse, I'm cooling off, man.
You can't get too suspicious.
Jason, what's some J's?
50% defense already.
75.
Come on. Oh, you want a hand like that?
And with two seated unders makes the call. Big with his offsuit ace. And it's like a flop. We go three ways. Jack right in the window. That'll be a set for Jason and middle pair for Ken.
He's going to have to check and hope somebody catches up something.
That seems like the best plan to get some money, and he is doing exactly that. He is checking, and Ken is going to take the bait immediately and fire out with his middle pair. Big gonna fold, and now Jason can either call or raise here. Probably call if you're
I
going to
think
play
he's
this
just going to call
crappy.
too, yeah.
Like, you don't love a straightener, but with some of the hands we've seen turned over tonight, like, you're just going to, I think, just hang on and...
Yeah, if this was PLO, it's a lot different because there's so many draws and straights there. But
Speaking of the devil, the Queen of Hearts, it doesn't actually help Ken, but it's not a card that Jason's going to be too enthused about as we go check, check.
I bet the same thing.
Five of diamonds does not make it any scarier.
I mean, I think he's really only worried about 8-9 here. If his opponent had ace king, he's probably getting a raise.
He's made it 300 and Ken snap calls.
I mean, I knew I could potentially be.
Richard, we have bomb pots roughly every half hour.
Like, you know.
So that was PLO bomb pots, one of those fun things that you
If I would have bet 700, you would have probably snapped me off. Yeah, it was like 1,000. It was like
1,500.
See, it's funny, in Florida, we couldn't get any bomb pots going. People only wanted to do flips, where you just put in a certain amount and then everybody just runs it out.
Yeah, funny thing is, in Dallas, on our Tuesday and Wednesday shows, they tend to do flips as opposed to bomb pots. I like to actually get to play.
I like the bomb pots just because people are going to make bigger mistakes.
Yeah,
Everyone's seeing the flop, and you know you got some shots to scoop and win some massive pots.
Like there's a skill edge, and you actually get to do something other than just turn your cards over.
Definitely.
If I wanted to just sit there and turn my cards over, I'd be in the pits at some casino in some other state. And
Exactly.
that's what I would do. That's not what I want to do. I wanna
Playing
play
that
poker.
ultimate Texas Hold'em or whatever. Stuff
Speaking of bomb pots, we have one happening right now.
Fantastic. Got the Jack 9-6 rainbow flop, Ace Queen 4 rainbow as well.
Two boards that don't really interact with each other that much. We see a couple of gut shots for Ken. We see big Similar
Don't
holdings.
much of
lots
anything
checking.
yet. Jason turning 2 pair on the bottom.
Jay
board.
Wynn and Doug both with club draws. Doug's is the nut clubs. And then Jay Wynn with the hind ends of the open ender. Jason looks to be betting out $100, holding 2 pair and straight draw, I think. He gets 2 forwards.
3 nines for Jay Wynn.
Jay Wynn going to be scooping here. He does make Broadway on the river here. No, he does not make Broadway. He makes the king high straight. Jay Wynn only playing a king high straight, but it is the only straight. He's the only player with a 10 here. As he fires out 350.
I'll tell you what I got. Oh shit, I misread my hand.
Almost doesn't even matter.
Okay, but I do have a strong hand.
I mean, I don't have.
I did miss 3
I don't have squat. Like that's it.
Jason has 3
Oh,
pair
you're
on
winning.
both sides.
I thought I had 9-4.
Jay Wynn thought he had 9-4. He, in fact, had. Yeah,
I really did
10-9.
thought I had 9-4.
He's playing 10-9 on the top board there.
Still going to scoop it. Nobody gets too injured in that one.
If there were more players at this table, that would be a way trickier hand.
For sure, yes.
Only 6-handed. The thing is, like 6-handed, you can actually be a little bit lighter and still be good. Like it feels like less netted there.
Definitely, yeah. The 6 max be able to widen your calling and betting ranges because you're not facing as many players in those one pots. I still prefer full rig myself, but some people prefer the shorter-handed, more action.
2 most handsome guys at the table. You gotta keep them in, yeah?
All right, so 2 gut shots for Jay Wynn there, I think, unless I can't read the board. I can't read the board.
He needs a 10. He needs a 10.
10, yeah.
Nobody likes that heart.
Lots
on
of
the river.
checking, lots of checking.
Nobody has a heart. Jay Wynn pulls ahead with the 9 on the river here. Nobody thrilled about this board. They're just going to check it down.
Small one for Jay Wynn. It says that wherever he is, they do bomb pots every hour. That's not enough. We do them more often here. We do them every half hour on stream. Out on the main floor, it is usually every dealer change, which is roughly half an hour, and then also once in orbit.
I was going to say, yeah, when we did the PLO stream, we were doing it every orbit, which was nice. Jason showing up in the cutoff here with pocket 7s. Reaching for raising chips. Gonna make it 75. Unfortunately for him, nobody really has anything to continue here. Except, wait a minute, Doug's going to show up.
No way, has it been that long?
Gonna defend that straddle with Queen 8 suited, a pretty solid holding here.
Got a little flip here.
Jack 10 deuce is going to give Doug the gut shot to go with his overs.
Jason's got backdoor diamonds here.
Check, check. That ace is going to give Doug a second gut shot, and it's really 2 gut shots this time.
Yep. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, the 9 or the king.
Jason's going to bet, and Doug's going to just fold it.
Well, doesn't want to draw to the gut shots when there's 2 flush draws out
there's 2
there.
flush
Yeah,
draws
so some
and,
of his outs may not be clean. Out of position, facing a raise.
It's like less chunky now that he's getting like longer.
Richard talking about his bomb pots.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, yeah, so he's talking about more like a flip, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, there's some places that do flips where...
Some places they call them racehorses or something.
Yep.
We call them flips in Florida.
Yeah, you just run out a board and whoever wins wins.
Yeah, we'd all toss in $25 or whatever.
Like you see that in time games as well. That's the thing that you see with bomb pots as well. So There are games like in casinos. There are time games usually, like mixed games or high stakes games, where you'll pay a certain amount of money every half hour, and you'll do a bomb pot and just take the time out of that.
Oh, I got you. Okay, okay.
Whereas in Texas, everything's timed in Texas. That's cash, and you're paying for it differently. You're just like you're paying for the money either on the way in or on the way out, depending on what club you're at.
All right, clothes are coming off here, ladies.
Yeah,
Don't
as
get
we're
too
getting
excited.
Down the stretch, the last 10 to 15 minutes or so here at TCH Live.
Big starting to show some skin. Let's get some love in the chat from the ladies.
Thanks for watching, Richard. Have a good night, and find us again soon.
All right, Sacred Circle is saying that there's a lot of talking in the background. It's hard to hear us. He has his volume up to 100%.
Sorry about that. That's just how the audio is sometimes.
Thought if I meddled
We're
with
victims of circumstance. All right, Sacred Circle, just ignore the background noise and just listen to us. That should do it.
Optimize, goes for the 3-bet and gets it through.
All right, our RS Actuary.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you.
I'm not sure who HA is, but I hear KJ in the background. Even like he's probably on table 9.
Back in the 90s, I actually went by AJ. It was a whole, the boy band era.
Okay.
So that my middle initial is J. So Anthony J. So I was. Some people know me as AJ. Some people know me as Anthony. Some people know me as Tony. My name's Oliver.
Fair enough.
Thinking about joining another company.
My wife, once again, spelling Jesus wrong.
Take a couple months.
J-E-Z-U-S.
Jess
You're
is
killing me.
Who's Jess
You're
is?
killing me. You're going to be sending people to all the wrong YouTube channels, honey.
Yeah. Your own thing or like a new role?
New role.
You're not helping. You're making it
Very
worse.
similar to what I was doing. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's
You enjoy the time off?
All right, my dad's Sacred Circle is saying he can't hear us. Mom left because she couldn't hear. Well, you guys are old, though, so it might be that. There we go. Yeah, that's correct.
amount
Yeah.
of time. I thought I wanted to
There we go. Poker Jesus.
take a long period, but honestly, I was kind of getting.
After a while, you start like, all right.
I posted the actual
for about 7
name
weeks, I was
in the
like,
chat that you'll be able to find on
It's been
YouTube.
fun. I got some house projects.
There may be alternate spellings. I'm not going to.
No, that is the correct spelling.
But this is the one that YouTube agrees with, as we have Jack 9, hoping for a 10, even more than he knows.
Ooh, a
10 would be the chaos
spiced.
card.
Oh, what a way to kind of
It's
end
out
out
we
the
get that
stream
far.
here.
Optimize is going to see it bet big at the end of the day. It does just have a gut shot. But he's going to float. He's going to peel.
Oh, 10. No!
Not
I
a
wanted to see a
10.
10 so bad.
And it's a third club. Check, and Optimize is going to win.
Man, a 10 would have
Gets
been
the
spicy.
showdown. So Optimize is going to take that pot as we draw near the end. So I've been informed that I actually don't know what the final hand is going to be, so we're just going to be surprised. So we're going to finish on a bomb pot. That's useful. So it's going to be a bomb pot, and then we'll know it's the end. So Kristen coming through for us there. King Jack of Diamonds for Ken. We know somebody who loves that hand. Makes it 150. And Big is dominated, and he is defending.
Big has 2 flush draws, though. Let's see if he can.
And he has a pair for the 3-outer.
Easy.
How
King.
about that?
Makes it look so easy. Ken does have some backdoor straights and the overs. betting big here. Almost a pot-sized wager. Turn some equity.
Big going absolutely nowhere with top
There
pair.
it
How
is.
about the queen of diamonds for the open enter?
There it is.
Now we've got a hand. The 9 would be maximum
yeah.
carnage, I think,
Big
because
does
that
not
would
wanna see a 9.
complete a street for both players. And
Big go on.
looks like 450. No, it's just 450.
I was like, what?
And
Graphics got me messed up.
Ken's improved here. I think Ken is going to attempt to draw to the straight. He does call.
It's a 9, an ace, or a king here. Not gonna
He
get it.
gets another queen. Big will win if this gets the showdown. Ken checks, and he's like, I missed. Big checking back. He is going to pick up almost 1,000 additional dollars. And so
that should put him in the green for the night here.
And so apparently any typos are because of your cats. Which, you know, that's checks out. I mean,
there's 3 of them.
Cats can be very troublesome.
Yeah, oh yeah,
for
they
those of us
love
who
climbing. They love to walk on the keyboard and stuff. I got one cat that sleeps on my computer tower.
The cat's the boss, and they'll just play wherever they please.
I mean, we like the cats because we're all about that low maintenance lifestyle. Like dogs, you gotta walk them. You know, they want to play. Like cats just nap like 18 hours a day. They're just very low maintenance.
Sacred Circle Way, you know who Poker Jesus is. I'm just typing that in the chat for anybody who wants to find that channel. You'll find Poker Jesus spelled that way on YouTube.
Yeah, Sacred Circle is actually my dad.
All
watching from Massachusetts. My mom left because she couldn't hear me. I just think it's because they're elderly. Just turn up the hearing aid.
Sorry if the audio's not of sufficient quality tonight. Sometimes something funky happens with the audio, and I don't know enough about it to fix it. So again, apologies. I'm sure there'll be upgrades in the coming months to the audio situation, as this program has continuously evolved over the last 3 years to keep bringing you a better poker product.
All right, Big and Jason in the green as we are nearing the end of this stream. We also have 3 other winners no longer seated at the table, so 5 winners overall so far.
And some of whom actually bothered to stick around through the entire show.
Some of them did.
Not that I'm judging people too hard, but I have never left a stream early. And the only way I'm going to leave a stream early is if I am completely buried.
That's fair. Hey, you know, a stream isn't that long either. It's 4 hours.
It is 4
What's
hours.
4 hours?
We see Ken opening the ace-jack offsuit. Big is looking for some more action. Doug is pipped. We'll see if Doug can slip out of here or maybe free bet his way out of here. These do look like free betting chips. And they are free betting chips. Makes it 450. Chunky free bet. Really making a statement here.
You know, he's recognizing Ken's been opening a little bit more lately, so...
Ken gets out of there. He folds the better hands.
And I think having Big in between kind of helped in that spot, too.
Well done by Doug, clearing it out with this raise.
Set up live stream.
We hear Jesse calling for a setup. That means that we're getting near the end here. We're going to switch out. So after the show, we switch out the RFID decks for normal decks, and the players can continue playing if they so desire. We are going to finish up here with the $25 PLO Bomb Pot. Thanks again for watching. Be sure and hit like and subscribe and all the other good buttons if you haven't done so already. Be sure to join us back here on Saturday for the final table from TCH Dallas, the weekly tournament up there.
Seat open.
Oh yeah,
Come slow our game down.
Gamble for the road.
I'll bet 25 in the dark. That'll help.
Now the game's just
Two flaps we go.
4 hands an hour.
There's a straighty flop.
And
And
another
there's
one.
another straighty flop. I love how the camera cuts away from the second flop.
Now the problem with this is that both of these boards are so similar that it's going to be hard for multiple players to have something on each one, especially where they're all rainbow. So usually only one or two players are really going to connect well with this kind of board.
Doug for the tiny bet. Ken does have the second nut straight on top with no backup. Big with two pair and the gut shot is going to call. And he's got an open ender on the bottom. Jay Wynn pots it up. He's got a set of queens. And just a set of queens on the top. He does have the overpair on the bottom, but
I mean, he does block a lot of the straight draws on the bottom there. A lot of the cards that you need to make a straight on the bottom are on the top board here.
specifically blocking the nut straights. Ken is calling with his second nuts and his draw. We're going to go heads up to these turns. Jay Wynn looking to pair the top board. Does not happen. Bottom board gets straighter, but neither of these players has a 10.
Ken just picked up two pair. He outdrew the queens.
Does.
He might be scooping here.
Oh,
there's
the
jack.
top just paired and the bottom just paired.
Oh no, he's
so
getting
it's
scooped.
going to be Ken scoop. No, these graphics are wrong. Jay Wynn
Wynn's
has a
gonna
full
scoop.
house, and so Jay Wynn's got the top, and Jay Wynn also has the bottom now playing queens and sevens. Ken's three pair not going to be there.
So you see how quickly it changes here. Ken on the turn, a massive equity favorite on both boards, and Jay Wynn with those rivers is going to be the winner on both runouts.
Full pot for Jay Wynn and terrible rivers for Ken. I imagine he probably is going to go away here. These were you couldn't have picked two worse rivers, I don't
No,
think.
definitely not.
And this is feeling like an open casket card funeral. Shows the king of diamonds.
Looks like he's going to get away from it.
You might as well call. You might get the top.
You might as well
Jay
call. You
Wynn
might get a
with the
chop.
sales job.
I love it.
Possibly.
Selling the schmoo.
You have like king, jack, queen or something. That's pretty good.
Ken showing the straight. He knows he's playing for half the pot here. Oh, he's getting the
He
call.
puts out the calling chips, and
don't know what's
they're going to go
happening.
directly into Jay Wynn's stack. Jay Wynn going to scoop this final pot of the evening. Nice little comeback for Jay Wynn after some
session,
early
man.
misfortune.
Those jacks were unkind to him twice. I see that, yeah.
Pokercoaching.com.
All right, so Jesse going to ship that last pot for Jay Wynn. We see the final
course I'm
numbers
lying,
of
Phil.
those who
Poker.
stuck around. Jay Wynn,
I
Big,
wasn't
and
lying, I
Jason, the
wouldn't call it
winners
that.
among those who stuck around. Optimize, basically break even, and then Ken, the one most stuck, having just had a little bit of misfortune. On that last bomb pot, we see these remaining few stats click over, and I think I want to go to the camera as we're going to be stepping out here. There's my mouse. I press that one, and camera there, yeah.
Oh, camera here.
So, going to sign off from TCH Austin tonight. Again, join us Saturday. Hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm Corey Lottie, a.k.a. the New York Ned.
I'm Anthony Martino, a.k.a. Poker Jesus, J-E-Z-U-S, on YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in to TCH Live Austin. We'll see you in the next stream.
Yeah, have a great night, everyone. Thanks for watching. Like, hit subscribe.